I'll catch you up. Don't worry, Lyra.
First, it didn't weigh enough to have a body in it.
It's actually pretty cool. It's probably right up your alley. Alright, so in this game, the former Dr. Dekker is murdered. He was a psychiatrist. And we step in to take his place. Hey, Restraza, good to see you in positive form tonight. So, essentially, you just come in and you start asking questions. It's an FMV game made by the same guys who made Contradiction. But all of these people have their own form of crazy. We've got Bryce, who thinks that he is in Persona 3 and he gets the midnight hour, 1 extra hour, where nothing moves except for him. So he can go, he can steal, he can take creepy neighbor pictures, which he did. He did bad things at first, and now he's trying to reconcile. That's the word I'm looking for. By doing good things. But in reality, he's probably just fucking nutso. We have Claire, her right there, who stabbed her husband in the heart and allegedly killed him, but believes that she brought him back from the dead and is now taking care of him at their lakeside cottage. We've got Ellen, who is apparently a skin shapeshifter. She works at a nursing home or a hospice, I suppose, and has a lot of people dying very quickly on her, but she turns into people that those people wish to see, and that way she can give them some final form of comfort. We've got the Marinara, who apparently wears very revealing clothing, lies around in very revealing poses. She wakes up naked on the beach after blacking out every time she goes to a club. I'm not sure if it's some sort of mental condition, or maybe she's just taking drinks with stuff in them that she should not be. Or, well, I guess maybe she has no control over that, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. Bad shit going down. And finally, we have Nathan, who met his girlfriend playing he met his girlfriend in secondary school, but they played World of Warcraft together. He played, allegedly, a necromancer, which is fucking ridiculous because there are no necromancer classes in WoW. It's horseshit. He's a liar. I know he's full of shit. I've caught him lying once, and I'm not gonna let it go. But what's his extra power? Oh, he is stuck in Groundhog Day, so, like, every day he lives out 10, 20, 30 times before he moves on to the next one, which is slowly driving him crazy. There are kind of interpersonal stories built in there too, like with the last guy. We suspect he's probably actually just caught up on his girlfriend's death, and he can't let go. So he's reliving days over and over because it's like a form of not being able to move forward. Now, what's strange here, Dr. Dekker apparently suggested these powers to a lot of people. Dr. Dekker also, what we found out last night, he also had a colleague who was a quantum suicide expert or something like that. And he used quantum physics to make a fortune, and then he accidentally quantum Russian rouletted his way out of existence right in front of us. So he was probably full of crap. But Dr. Dekker, in front of some of these people, took a very sharp knife and stabbed it through his hand without a wound appearing, which makes them think there is some sort of quantum magic going on there. However, he ended up with a knife in his heart. So kind of the suspicion right now is he stabbed himself in the same way that Suicide Guy did. So that may be the case. It may have been a murder. Now, he also had, let's see here. Whose person was it? I think it was somebody in No. In his basement, he had, okay. He had Claire's husband's affairee, the person that Claire was being cheated on by her husband by tied up, and they were trying to resurrect her. Bryce, interestingly enough, used his extra hour to sneak into the basement where he saw this. Otherwise, he wouldn't have had knowledge of it. So he's proven he at least was in that basement to see she was down there. So we're trying to figure out if there's actually something paranormal going on here, which there actually might be, because we saw some weird shit in this one police evidence video where this guy inverts gravity, or so it's alluded to. There's been talk of Cthulhu. So maybe there are some darker forces at hand here, or maybe they are just crazy, but we gotta find out who killed the fool. All right, that's a lot to go over. Hey, Moog, what's up, man? But actually good. It's called Return of the Orbit Din. Well, you were supposed to be playing Final Fantasy XIV with us. Teen Palpatine is leveling by himself right now. And you've left him to that. Hey, what's up, Nim? Nick? That's some of all Nicks, but I combined some and Nick together into Nim. This reminds me of Fifth Guess. A very strange comparison. Just don't take all night. Hey, good day, JD. And Avery, welcome to you. Toki is like a mix of Fred and Shaggy. Ah, yes. With the cold, hard looks and logic of Fred, but also with the blessed creativity and appetite of Shaggy. I can see how that combination would come together. What happens to 6 rounds of Russian roulette guy? He shot himself. He was going to show us that he could do it, and he literally blew his fucking brains out right in front of us. It was pretty horrific. All right. So, let's start it. What's going on with Ellen here? Hello? I'll do a little bit of typing, but I found a way around this, too.
Works fine. Hilda's fading fast. Terry's...
This is the Angel of
Terry.
Death.
Oh, you'd be pleased to know I don't have the locket anymore.
Oh, you gave it back? That's good.
All of it. Every single keepsake.
So she's a nurse, and a lot of her patients are turning up dead. So people are suspecting that it's not just that it's their time to go, but that she has some sort of weird killing her patients fetish. Let's talk about Hilda, who is her latest one who's dying.
She's been sleeping a lot, not eating much. She hasn't
Moves
been
Velma, big confirm right there.
Although, she did give me a vicious scratch yesterday.
Am I Scooby? I think we could take care of that. Ruh-roh, Ranky. Wouldn't that technically make it both their time to go end her doing? I mean, I guess if you believe in that deterministic fate. I wasn't paying attention. This game is a little rough. Okay, so I found out there's a drop-down, which is really nice. So now we can just enjoy the dialogue at our pace while making our decisions.
You told me to. Well, not in so many words, but you said I shouldn't have kept them. And what with Terry going around telling everyone I stole them, I didn't feel like I really had any choice. The lockets, the watch...
We didn't hear about these other items.
But I kept the little
Infectious.
bird Sarah Dekker gave me. I wasn't supposed to mention her.
Oh, Sarah Dekker. Who's that? That's gotta be Sarah Dekker.
Dr. Dekker's mother.
Ah.
She was one of my first patients, but she died a while ago.
Died how?
That doesn't really matter. Let's talk about something else.
How long ago?
Is that really what you want?
Yeah, this is why we use the drop down. Why did Hilda scratch you?
It was nothing.
Meow,
I was
just a little
trying
play.
to give her meds. It's hard, you know? I'm trying to help her, but she keeps fighting me.
Oh yeah, she's also forcing
It'll be
holistic
better
medicine
after
on her
she's seen
patients.
daughter. I've decided I'm going to do it tonight.
I really just want to
She
know
hasn't
if they
got much
actually
time
have
left.
powers. I mean, if Necromancer Chick actually was able to bring somebody back from the dead, that'd be pretty wild.
You know the answer to that, Doctor. What have we been talking about? What can I do for Hilda that will make it all better?
Just get the pillow and you gently rest it onto Hilda's face. And you continue to apply pressure until poor Hilda is no longer Hilda. Are you going to kill Hilda? Are you going to pretend to be Hilda's daughter tonight? We're going to play along with this. I like this.
That's the plan. I know. It sounds unbelievable.
If he's weakened at
like
Bernie's,
I'm
yeah, right?
making it up.
Well, apparently he's still somewhat functional on
could
his own.
Prove it to you somehow.
But because he was dead for a week, apparently he does not have
we
a
could
lot of
try
his...
shifting
Yes,
now.
yes, this is what I wanted. But he doesn't have a lot of his
Think of
function.
someone
Hey, what's up, random?
you really love. It might help if you close your eyes.
Okay.
Are you thinking of them?
Yep.
Can you picture them?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, I probably should have my face open. Something happened.
Sorry. I don't think it's going to work.
What was that? Wham, 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 wham,
On the
thing.
bright side, that probably means you're not going to die anytime soon.
I think I'd be pretty cool fighting someone in the sky with karate. I'm doing great, thank you, Gabble. Good to see you back, man.
It's tricky.
It's
I mean,
tricky to rock
I'll
around.
sound exactly like
To
Hilda's
rock
daughter,
around,
but
let's ride
I
on
try and
down.
keep it vague because I don't become her. I don't know what she would really say. I say things like, "It's okay, don't be scared, I love you, Mum," or "I love you, Dad."
Or I love you, Hamburglar.
It doesn't really matter what their relationship's like because
Hey,
it's
thank you for that
not
contribution,
really
Gabble.
them. I always do the Disney version. the best, most loving version. That's what my patients want to hear. And maybe deep down they know it's not the truth, but it's got to be better
It's
than
like
the
a service, I
reality.
get it. Yeah, apparently Twitch has been doing this boost the stream thing since December, and we were chosen at the start of stream when Big X threw a host at us. So allegedly, if we collect in the next 2 days 600,000 points, is that what it was? How many was it? Oh, 180,000. That's more obtainable. So we're already a tenth of the way there. Is that true? Yeah, it's only 108,000. Cool. But apparently then you get some sort of boost to discoverability or something like that. It suggested that it posts your stream on front page, or it increases the likelihood it appears in people's recommended channels and stuff like that. Anywho, how is Terry?
Terry seems
Oh,
to
thank
have
you as well,
backed
Avery.
down since I gave the keepsakes back.
1094, a good year.
Actually, it doesn't seem like she's been very well.
To the
Not her
moon. I would
usual
play the
self.
To the Moon theme, but I'm sure Disney would come
Maybe
down
she's
hard
got a
on
bug
this
or
stream.
something.
Front page, one of us would have to be modded. Yuck, yeah, have no fear. I love striking down evil in the chat, Restraza. Hey, what's up, kitty? Don't know how much that helps. You are always my top recommended channel until I finally followed. You've been coming around for a while, right, Busty? It probably has it in the algorithm that, like, if you spend time in a channel and you keep coming back, like, hey, that person you know about? Yeah. How about we keep shoving them down your throat? Why bother shifting if patients know the
Does
truth?
it really matter if it
How
isn't
will
the
we
truth?
get our poop socks? That's very
Isn't
true.
it worth it if it brings them peace?
That's the pyramid scheme.
Tell me honestly, Doctor. Do you really think that what I'm doing is wrong?
I don't know, honestly. I would say probably not. If she could, I mean, if she's killing them, then yes, it's wrong. But if you're in a hospice and you had a chance to at least have a real vision of somebody that maybe you could say goodbye to or give yourself some sort of a closure, if it could bring you some kind of a peace. I mean, it's not real, but what is real? It would be real to them, and they would never know any better. It would never affect them in any sort of negative way. I'm going to say no shifting isn't wrong.
Good. Because I really feel this is something I have to do.
Plus, I want to see if she can actually do it.
It's true then. I'd heard Dr. Dekker was stabbed, but I didn't know for sure. It's weird that whoever did it would choose the paper spike.
What's the deal with the paper spike, though? Yeah. What's the deal with the paper spike? She's a loony. If you are new to this game, Kitty, I gave a longer summation earlier, so I'll keep this one short. But basically, Cthulhu... first word probably shouldn't be Cthulhu. How can I shorten this? It seems like so much is important. Well, a psychiatric doctor was murdered. We are brought in to take over his patients and also question them and people nearby about the murder. That way we can try and figure out who done it. But it seems like your boy Cthulhu is ramping those tentacles around everybody, giving them powers. Oh, you're not going to tell me about the paper spike if I word it that way?
Dr. Dekker used to play with it in our sessions sometimes. You know, pick it up, handle it while we talked. I remember once, he pushed the spike through his skin. Yeah, this bit here between his thumb and his finger. He said he didn't think I'd mind the sight of blood, being a nurse and all that, but actually, there wasn't any.
Mm-hmm. That's not the first person to corroborate that story. Is Ellen going to pretend to be Hilda's daughter, question mark?
I
Yeah.
was a bit freaked out. At first, I thought it was a trick. A magic trick.
You want to
know?
see a magic
like
trick?
Some kind of therapeutic test. Show the patient this retractable spike and see how they react. But it wasn't. The spike was real.
How do you know the spike was real? Did you try? Okay, look at that. I asked the same exact question the game
Dr.
wanted.
Dekker gave me the paper spike to try. It wasn't fake. It was pretty sharp, actually. I don't know how he did it. He said He just thought that it wouldn't hurt him, so it didn't.
Okay, so that finishes up her story.
As far as I know, it only works.
This is
on
also
people
apparently
who
broken
are
up into
close to
5
death.
days,
That's the
and
whole
we're a good
point
chunk of the
it.
way through day 3.
I have to hold their hand, and they have to think of the person.
Never see one
and
of
they
those
have to
spikes
be
that's
near
actually
death.
that sharp. Yeah,
And those
usually
seem
they're
to be
not
the
meant to
3
be
criteria.
like paper openers or whatever. But maybe he sharpened his. Hey O'Malley, good day. Nah, I have a cold. Oh, did Big Corona give you the Rona? Hey, what's up, Vane?
It just makes things complicated, doesn't it? I knew Dr. Dekker's mother before I started seeing Dr. Dekker. She's dead, and now he's dead. I'm sure you're going to have a field day.
Or should I say, La Vane?
Yeah, that's the reason I came to see him. I knew she was dying, but he was.
There's a lot of coincidence in this game as well.
So I did.
Like everybody was
Well,
brought here
we are.
after doing things, and they seem to find just the right guy. Gonna cold many times, feel like I do when I've had in the past. Gotcha. What I get every year, usually 1 to 2 times, is I get allergies that feel like the flu. It's almost
I told
always
Dr.
without
Dekker
fail.
that his mum was dying, that he should see her before it's too late. But he wasn't interested. It wasn't like he hated her. It was just like it wasn't important.
Didn't want to see his dying mother.
He asked
Okay.
me to take care of it for him. He did send his assistant along to see her once. Sorry, your assistant.
Oh, Jaya. Well, he probably didn't care because Cthulhu had wrapped the tendrils around his mind. He was completely lost to the madness. I've had vertigo for the past few weeks. It's really annoying. What induces that for you? Sickness? Ear pressure? I think ear pressure can do it. Blood sugar, maybe? I have an issue with sudden temperature change that makes it seem like I have a cold. Huh, I wonder if that's what it is for me. I always assumed it was allergies. I just gotta bear it. It's like one day I'll feel like absolute rubbish and then it's just gone the
It
next.
was about the second, third session we had. He said he could tell that I was a good person.
No idea, never had it before.
That
I'll
I
probably
wanted
get
to
that
help
looked into.
people, and that I should think
Keep
really
yourself
hard about
healthy,
how I could do
Restraza. Whether it's positive
That's
rest
how
or
I
negative
discovered
rest,
shifting.
I would rather see a happy and healthy rest.
All Dr. Dekker did was encourage me to think. But the shifting...
That's all me, baby.
And my mum's a psychic, and my sister's an empath, but...
Extraordinary.
Ordinary.
Oh, wait,
I
no,
always
ordinary.
felt like I wasn't
The ordinary
special,
extraordinary.
like I was missing out. But I wasn't. I just hadn't discovered what I could do yet. Sarah Dekker was
All
one
of these
the first ones to
patients
try
exhibit
shifting.
so many signs of wanting to fall into their powers, too. Well, the doc, he was like, can get you next Wednesday. That was on Tuesday, talking about a whole week from then. I was like, hell no, fuck that. And here we are. Did you find an easier way to play it? No, we're still playing. Well, hold on. You could be asking one of two things. So yesterday, it's the first pain that I had is I can't window this game. Check this out. This is some real modern gaming right here. So if you go into the options, you only have full screen, and it recommends it in 16:9. There's no Alt-Enter for this game. There's no way to put it into a window. So we're just kind of stuck with it, which is a bitch for me.
David
Yeah,
Hunt.
shit. We should still have all of our questions caught up. But I'm no longer going to bother typing out most things. It is kind of fun to interact with them, but yesterday I spent so much time guessing and checking. There were options that I'd type out, and I would like typo one word or unorder them in one way or miss the keyword or misunderstand the keyword and just get stuck on it. It started to get repetitive. I really am enjoying the story, though, and I'm enjoying finding out about them. So going down and picking and choosing the multiple choice stuff, that feels more fun to
I
me.
didn't really know what I was doing that first time.
Psycho-cosmic
actually
thing? I've
expect
never heard of
anything
that. That sounds dope.
Happen.
Are there examples of
I
that
just
anywhere you
thought,
could give me?
what would really
Like
help
movies,
is
media?
I thought maybe she would just imagine that he was there.
Is that another term for what a lot of the
It actually
Cthulhu
happened.
stuff
I
is?
changed into him.
There's a,
Dr.
yeah, you
Dekker.
can just click the drop-down
Blew
box.
my mind.
Look, see, there's this little drop-down. I clicked over here and I was like, okay, let's just ask, but what's this? Oh!
My mum's got these spirit guides and they tell her things. Mostly about my love life, it would seem.
And how is your love life?
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, me neither. All right. Empath? I know what an empath is, but
To tell
we'll
you the
ask
truth,
anyway.
I don't really know what an empath is. I should probably Google it sometime.
I've noticed that with like really minor headaches too, Rastraza, particularly around lack of sleep. Like I had one today and I took ibuprofen and it went away. But yeah, like you turn too fast and everything takes a second to catch up and then you get vertigo a little bit. How old is this game? It's relatively new. It's on PS4, I believe. Okay, so we got everything from her. All right, guys, get your boners under control. I don't know what she's going to be wearing today, but we need to keep this as PG-13 as possible. Hey, Ivy, thank you for making me your #1 viewed stream. I appreciate it, man. What's she wearing today? Okay. Hello.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. It's rent day, and
Oh,
I
Lord,
always
have
feel
mercy.
a little blue on that day.
Indeed, Restraza, indeed. We do have a hot date with this unintentional nudist as well.
Dr. Dekker used to put my checks on that thing. I guess someone thought they weren't getting value for money.
I love her facial expressions, too.
I actually don't have
Oh,
a
look at
lot
her
of
necklace.
money.
Yeah, the Kraken. I like the necklace a
Sometimes
lot.
a therapy check would bounce, but Dr. Dekker would be okay with it. Oh, my checks are fine, though. Don't worry.
The mighty Kraken. Like a famous actress I know named Faye. I've never heard of this person.
I'm not broke. Men buy me drinks at bars, though. Sometimes
She said she
I'll
doesn't
get away
drink,
with
by the
not
way.
paying at restaurants.
She was
Isn't
very
that how it is
explicit
for
about not
everybody?
drinking. Is that an option on here? I thought you didn't drink before you mentioned something beautiful. She wouldn't tell us that. I thought you didn't drink. Yeah, she won't address that now. When I did it to her last time, she said, drink water. Yeah, men buy me drinks of water at the bars. Yeah, well, okay.
I mainly like drive-thrus. I don't like crowds, and I find it difficult to stay in the same place for too long. I guess I'm a fidget.
Like a spinner? Like a fidget spinner?
Crowds at nightclubs and bars are different. The lights are dim.
She
You
didn't say
can
she drank them. I guess that's
slink
true. And
around
it could have been
without
like
attracting
Coke.
too much attention. Sometimes I'll kiss a guy in a club, and then he just follows me
Oh, what?
wherever I go. It's creepy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be going to
I
clubs.
don't want everyone seeing that.
In fact, I'd probably be addressing the police. It's a fucking succubus. If you missed the synopsis earlier too, her thing is when she goes to the club and she dances completely without drugs, she blacks out, and when she comes to, she's naked on the beach. She's had that happen like 6 times this month or something.
They
What did I miss?
follow
I had
me.
phone troubles. You didn't put more
Wherever
glue
I
in your
go.
phone, did you?
Anywhere. Where do you think they follow me, Doctor? It depends where they follow me. If they follow me home, they bang on the door for an hour or so,
What
then
the
leave.
fuck?
Other places, they just disappear.
Thought that was a jazzy
I
thing.
don't see them again. They don't just disappear into thin air. I think they return to the place I found them.
The club.
But
Why'd you have to word it like
I've
that?
not run into the same person twice.
Maybe the club is actually some sort of purgatory for spirits, and that's why she blacks out when she goes there.
You've got a good memory, Doctor. Let's talk dreams. Sometimes I'll dream about a light. Deep in the ocean somewhere. I head towards it because it's warm.
Think this succubus already reeled in
Glowing.
like half a chat? That's a conservative estimate.
Beacon. When I'm at the bottom, it's the most beautiful thing. Like like a welcoming sun. Like I'm home.
This little light of
And
mine.
then I wake up.
I'm gonna let it shine. Never mind. I've been trying to think what I want to do for the sub alert. I should make it that, but then I don't know if anybody will ever sub again.
It's so beautiful. It calls me. It's like I'm in a trance. What does the dream mean, Doctor?
Do I get to choose? Maybe the dream is symbolic. Maybe the dream is made up. Maybe the dream means you're searching for something. What's rent day? Let's go with symbolic. That seems like the thing a doctor would do.
Yes, I suppose I follow that glow like people follow me.
I still miss Deja Vu. You can
I still
find it
don't
on
know what it
YouTube
means, though.
anytime. It's just there waiting. And believe it or not, there's more song than the 10 seconds.
Rent day is the day I pay rent to my landlady.
Isn't Will-o'-the-Wisp an Irish tale? It could be. Is that something related to what she saw about the bottom of the sea?
I've had no blackouts, and I haven't been to the beach since our last session. But I think I will today. Do you want to come with me to the beach?
Beach, yes.
Doctor, I think you're getting a little anxious.
No, beach,
If
yes.
you ever wanted to visit the beach, you can just turn up. It's not mine.
Beach, yes. Maybe she's Ariel. Somebody suggested maybe a mermaid, too. That'd be kind of funny. Just turns into a fish and fucking swims away. Nice date.
It's just good manners to accept when someone offers to buy you a drink. I'm a very good-natured girl.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think I'm sweet, Doctor?
Mm-hmm. No, you're not sweet.
Okay, then. Yes. They follow me home.
Oh. No, I got this medal. And you got to give mixed signals. That's all. It's like psychologists should always give mixed signals to their patients. You want to be as unpredictable as possible. It's like walking over a landmine field. Bullshit detectors going off? Apparently not. Oh, man. Hey, Jimbo, welcome.
There was one guy. A real gym buddy. I let him into the bedroom, but nothing. Nothing I did would stop him just staring at me.
That's like a whole different level of
It's
creepy.
creepy.
Yeah, Jenks.
I got him to follow me outside, and then I just shut the door. Are we still talking about him? And I thought you were just interested in me, Doctor.
Well, maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. All right, that's it for the Marinara Trench. Oh, here we go, here we go. No, it's not.
Dr. Dekker suggested
These are all the side
home
ones.
visits. I think he was probably checking up on his investment. You're not thinking of doing home visits, are you, Doctor?
Well, when I talked to my assistant, apparently this lady suggested them. But yes, I'm thinking of doing home visits.
I can't afford any more sessions, so it sounds like you'll be paying. That's a date, isn't it, Doctor? I'm not sure that's appropriate.
Awkward smile and laugh. Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. Okay. We'll hop back down to Nathan. I find, honestly, Nathan and Bryce the most interesting, too. They've got such weird stories. Hello!
I burned the photos of Hannah.
Oh,
It
shit.
didn't work. I suppose because the loss was superficial. The next thing I burned was the rocking chair. That worked. I've been getting rid of her stuff ever since.
Yeah, so
There was
he's
day
stuck
when
in
I
a
attacked
time
the
loop.
Salvation Army bin,
Or
but
so he thinks.
I gave in.
Was she and Dr. Dekker involved in stocks? Maybe. I don't know. Or socks, which apparently nobody in this place fucking wears. Still convinced Bryce is a What? His brain has invented this whole thing to stop with the cope? I mean, maybe? I don't think he's actually done anything, like, physical to somebody. I think he just took pictures of his neighbor, but it would not surprise me if taking pictures of his neighbor caused him to invent this whole ordeal that then, like, he thinks he's got this extra hour and he's got to try and redeem himself. But for some reason, he can't get rid of the pictures either.
I've told you all I know about Dr. Dekker. He started out
Dekker was the
good,
bad
then
guy from
turned
the
a bit
A-Team. He was
crazy
also the
towards
good
end.
guy from
When
Diablo.
you start giving people more problems as a therapist, that's a bit crazy.
His game is talk to people about their issues. Yeah, it's got a couple levels of depth to it. The primary purpose of this game, I'll say it. I'll do one more longer refresher here, and I'll try and keep it simple from here on out. But Dr. Dekker was a psychiatrist who ran this place, and he handpicked these people that have some weird cross similarities between their stories. Dr. Dekker was allegedly murdered, or maybe it was a suicide. We don't know. But we're brought in as his replacement, and we're tasked with trying to figure out how he died, who killed him, all that type of jazz. Now, we found out since that Dr. Dekker has got some weird shit, and that most of the strange backstories that these people have had, not necessarily their problems, but the manifestations of their powers afterwards, were related to Dr. Dekker nudging them into those positions. So again, Bryce's power is that he, every night at midnight, gets an extra hour where everybody's frozen. So the first thing he did was want to take naked pictures of his neighbor, and he felt bad about it. Then he started stealing shit. He felt bad about that. And then he decided to start using it for good. So, like, he saw a lady being robbed, and it was frozen at time. So he took the dude that was robbing her, put him on a bus, and gave her her purse back. And has done several other good deeds since then, but he's still got some creepy bits to him. Claire murdered her husband, but she told us from the start that he was only injured, and now he had, like, some sort of dementia or something like that. We later found out that the police noted him as dead. But a week later, we confirmed with Bryce, who works as a grave digger, that the casket was empty or had something fake in it, and she claims that she used necromancy to resurrect him, or reanimation. So he's not quite himself. We can't confirm or deny what's entirely gone there, but Bryce leads us to believe maybe that's true. Let's see. Ellen is a nurse in a hospice, I think? Either that or in an old folks' home with people that are near death. And she has a lot of patients who die. People think she's killing them. She says that she has the power to shapeshift into one of their relatives that they want to see and give them, like, a last bit of peace before they die. Then they give her things. So we told her to give the things back because people thought she was stealing from them. We don't really know entirely what's going on there. Mariana was blacking out at the clubs. I don't know what her power is, but she keeps waking up on the beach naked. So not a whole lot's been expressed there. It seemed like she might have been romantically involved with Dr. Dekker. And Nathan met his girlfriend in secondary school. They played World of Warcraft together, which was a lie because he claimed that he played a necromancer, which does not exist in World of Warcraft. He was driving a car, and somebody crashed into the side of his car and killed his girlfriend, and since then he hasn't been able to move on. Now, he seems to think he's stuck in like a Groundhog Day scenario where time keeps looping, and then sometimes he gets through the day and moves on to the next day. He seems to have kept a bunch of her stuff. We told him to burn some of her stuff, and once it's been burned, it seems like he's been moving forward now. So we don't know if these powers are real or not, or if they're all delusions of these people. But we've also seen some extra footage on Dr. Dekker, and apparently he's dabbled in some Lovecraftian shit. So it could be real. It could be that he's taken these mental patients and somehow tapped into their insanity to give them power, or they could just be insane, and maybe he was insane too. But that's what we're going to find out.
I started out with depression. Now I seem to repeat
Plot is
days.
extra thick with
Even
2
if you don't
C's.
believe the repeat days, then I clearly have extra mental health problems that he's given me.
Good. The repeat days of the loop that he's talking about.
I think that he possibly cursed other people, a bit like he cursed me. Sometimes you could see he was bursting to tell me about it, but he couldn't. He was ecstatic with power.
How did Dekker curse you?
The curse. Well, remembered. I was hoping you'd forget. It's going to sound crazy. Dr. Dekker said I would never be able to move forward until I came to terms with my grief. And so from this point on, I start to relive the same day over and over again.
See, but that's just it's a normal thing to say.
I believed him.
Marietta's dream could mean many things. Metaphor for her current issues. Search for something, or maybe she's making up. Okay, well, that's not about him. Why are you flashing
I
at
didn't
me?
want to believe him. I remember I said, you can't just say things and they happen. He laughed and laughed. I think he was going mad. He said he'd give me a demonstration.
Seems like everybody gets this demonstration of him stabbing himself in the hand.
He held his hand outstretched and told me to look at the flame.
Oh, jeez.
There was no flame, and then there was. He was holding a flame in his hand that had come out
What?
of nowhere. And he tried to hypnotize me to make me forget it.
What? But we could see it right there.
I didn't forget seeing the flame. He wanted me to forget it all, but I didn't. For whatever reason, he couldn't undo what he'd done. I was scared. I pretended like the
Why
hypnosis
can't you ask about the
worked.
flame in his hand? I don't know. But he ain't gonna hypnotize me out like Dr. Dekker hypnotized him.
I was scared what Dr. Dekker would do to me if he found out I still knew. So I had to play along. Keep coming to the sessions. Pretend I hadn't seen what he'd done. It was awful, because I was suffering through the same days over and over again. But I couldn't talk to him about it. Because he'd know.
That was fire. Yeah, it was a little fireball. It's a junior wizard.
I accidentally put Hannah's diary into a Salvation Army donation bin. They're like
Whoops.
huge post boxes with a circular tray that makes sure things spill to the bottom. I tried to get in to get it back, but I gave up.
I feel like you could probably ask somebody in the store or nearby, or maybe there's a number you could call on that. I mean, what if you dropped your car keys in there by mistake?
I read the last few weeks of Hannah's diary a while ago. I must have accidentally dropped in some clothes for the Salvation Army bin. It's
Yeah, but
funny,
what did her
'cause
diary say?
I wasn't going to read it.
Yeah, of
She said she'd
course.
fallen out of love with me.
Oh, what?
She was going to break off the engagement.
And then she died. That's interesting.
That she didn't love me anymore.
That sounds kind of convenient, doesn't it? But he might not have known until afterwards.
I regretted that I mourned for Hannah so long. I regret the grief. I regret all the days I slept through because of it. Had I known she didn't love me anymore, things would have been different. I'm a bit angry now. If I had that day over again, I may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Whoa. Before we do the paper spike, let's go more on Hannah.
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore? And thanks for the dating advice, by the way.
Yeah, I told him not to date. Apparently, don't date is dating advice. Fuck is that baby monkey thing? What do you mean? Baby monkey? I don't see anything. Maybe you belong on the couch too, O'Malley.
You told me not to look for anyone else until I was ready.
Ha
So I
ha!
didn't. I've just been sitting at home, reading Hannah's diary.
There you go. Everybody
Over
loves a good
pizza.
stew.
Nice girl delivered it.
Behind your left. Left is this way, right? It's whichever way the right L is.
He'd become bored of me, so I got much of my insight from calls or messages he'd take during our sessions. I think because he hypnotized me, he didn't want to play with me anymore, so I got basic therapist.
Got bored of you, huh? Maybe he solved the case. Maybe that was one of his weird quirks.
He told me lots of people get depression, to become more active, see more people. And although he wouldn't always be there to listen, Jaya would be.
Yeah, well, Jaya seems kind of crazy too. Jaya is our intern. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I talked to her quite a lot.
I'm wondering. She's
not
got to
sure
have
how
some
many days
involvement
of
in
that
this. She
she's
seems
met
either she's fucking
She seemed to
crazy
care.
or her
She's loyal to
actor
Dr.
just
Dekker.
is the ham lord.
I didn't notice Dr. Dekker had a paper spike.
Well, you're the only
I haven't
one.
really seen more than a foot in front of me since Hannah
Does it have a
died.
name? It's Data from Mega Man Legends. He's the guy who would save your game. He's also my player too. I can put a controller up and he'll play it for me. Watch. Hey, what's up, Divas? Look at that. We'll give him the controller. Hold on. This is trickier than it looks. There you go. There you go. He's hammering away on it. Hammering away. Work those joysticks. Work it. Yeah, dodge the fireball. Okay, put the bomb down there. Yeah, great work. Pretty sure they're all crazy. Yeah, me too. I mean, me too, also me crazy, you know? Oh, there's footage? That seems like it should have been a big deal.
Joke, Doctor. I guess we found our level.
It's funny because I heard that dialogue 2 hours ago, so now it doesn't make any sense.
Oops. That was a strange thing to say, wasn't it?
Donkey
Whipped.
Kong a bongo
Am
game.
I all whips and
I had
chains in
bought-
the bedroom or dominant in the boardroom? Don't answer that, it's not a question. It's early days for a harassment suit yet. What with things in the shots already.
I had Donkey Konga drums. I had planned on playing Dark Souls with them, but they were too expensive to ship back.
Dr. Dekker did send me
I
to
like
see
her.
his
Yeah,
mother
she's got some
once.
good humor and she's got some
died
good
in a
energy
nursing
sometimes.
home and he didn't want to see her.
But other
I
times she
remember
seems
him
kinda
calling
nutty.
her a
That's why she works here, though.
manipulative Old hag. You tend not to ask any more questions after that.
She also loves to strike a couple particular revealing poses if we sit here long enough.
I didn't really speak to Nathan that much at all, but I have this strange feeling that I know him really well. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Oh yeah, and her, like everybody else, they just don't wear shoes. This is a place of business, Jaya. A place of business, and you work here. If you're gonna walk around without shoes, at least wear socks. Okay, other questions. Who else has questions?
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. It's nice you think I'm capable of such basic interaction with females. But I'm still in awe of her, really. I will think about it, though.
I don't remember who Jessica is. It would have made more sense to have done that before, which is exactly why I should have found out about this option earlier.
I put my hand through a rusty nail at work today.
Oh, fun.
It hurt like hell and bled like I'd been shot. I closed my eyes and
The
thought,
neighbor
"This
he's been
isn't
creeping
happening."
on. Oh,
The
yeah,
nail
you're right, you're right.
It's just a worm, and it will wriggle through me. When I looked back, can you guess what I saw?
A nail sticking out of your hand.
When I looked back at my hand, it was healed. Look, see?
Is it possible that it was just a delusion that you stabbed yourself with a nail anyway?
My hand had healed. The nail had become a worm and was wriggling in my palm. It was like a little miracle. Like magic.
Do you play Magic the Gathering, Bryce?
I shouldn't really say miracle or magic. They're words that Dr. Dekker used when he tried to get you to think things and make them real. But do you think it's real, Doctor?
Where's the worm now?
Magic
Can you make it a nail again?
real?
Can you do it right here? Hey, what's up, Mage? How's it going, man? Yes, magic is
And
real.
So it is. Close your eyes.
I'm not going to close my eyes. I almost
Imagine
missed something last
you're
time.
in a graveyard, looking at the gravestones. One catches your eye, so you take a picture of it. A picture that you now have.
Graveyard attic. What? Okay, that's kind of creepy. Dr. Dekker, 1875. And so he was not buried. Huh. Don't want to fall asleep? I would love to fall asleep. I did not get much sleep last night. 1875. Maybe he was old as hell.
I find using nautical terms to describe the position of pallbearers fitting. Plus, most of them are 3 sheets to the wind.
This game in the 50s? I would doubt that because they know what Google is. They also know what World of Warcraft is, so no, this is definitely post-2004. All right, other questions. How was Dr. Dekker still alive? Well, I mean, we've seen necromancy as a thing in this. He may have faked his death. Does he know about voodoo? Better call Dr. John. Now that we've got it rolling too, I want to take a moment to pause here and point out Big X somehow managed to start a community challenge above. I don't know how the heck it works. I think you just click on it and donate Thetans. It saves me having to buy you a poop sock. I mean, apparently if we cap out on it, it gets our channel more exposure. It's something Twitch added sometime at the end of last year, at the beginning of December maybe. And you get randomly selected for it. So if we can complete it within 2 days, I don't know what happens. Maybe we get popular. Or maybe nothing happens. Maybe we get cool badges of honor. But Just Another Guy has donated $2,000 to the cause. Thank you, Just. I appreciate that very much, my man. I want to see what happens. I'm curious. I had to look it up. I hadn't even heard about this shit. They didn't email me anything about it. What we got here? David's
I assure
ghost.
you.
Hey, Divas, thank you as well,
David
my man.
is not a ghost. I've touched him.
Touched him. Okay. 130-ish. That's pretty old. Hey, Busty, thank you for the $2,000.
Since I brought him back, I felt that there was something different about him.
Only,
something
I
not
think 2K
quite
might be a
right.
max. Mage Haroon with the
it's his
2K.
brain.
Thank you very much, Mage.
But how ludicrous that you can bring someone back in the first place. It's like that book, Pet Cemetery.
No
Funnily
spoilers.
enough, he does smell of earth, but
Not
that's because
spoil.
he spends most of his time out hunting.
That's spoil the Pet Cemetery for me. I figured it was like Weekend at Bernie's, but with people's pets. Take 90 people. I wonder if I can do it again tomorrow. I mean, we do have
If
90
David doesn't
people that could
exist,
do it.
then that means
I probably
they
just will have
really
to
did
plug it a
kill
few
him.
times.
He really is
And
buried,
maybe the
and
second
I
day you
really
can do it
should be going
again.
to prison for a very long time. That just doesn't seem right to me.
Oh, you don't say.
It's
You don't
more
want to go to
probable
prison.
that I reanimated him under Dr. Dekker's guidance.
That seems so much more probable, doesn't it? That instead of killing your husband and he died, that you actually resurrected him with the powers that your psychiatrist gave you. That makes so much more sense. Hey, Drifter, thank you for the $2,000. Weregoose with the $2,000. Thank you very much. The goose is loose. Look at that. Up to 31K already. Where's that put us? I can't math right now. 1/6. 1/6. We'll make it. Hey, I'm a pa. Thank you for the $2,000, man. I appreciate that. Time to alt and far. There you go. Big brain. Massive cranium.
How astute, Doctor.
Astute?
Yes, I did say I hadn't seen Dr. Dekker outside of our sessions. That wasn't a lie. Our trip to the lake house was made during a session.
And what exactly happened during the session?
I didn't speak to her this time. Something about her made me feel uneasy. I just watched her from the bedroom window. She'd caught a fish. She was holding it in her hands.
How do I donate my channel points? I think if you click at the top of the chat, it should say boosters. I'm going to try it real fast. Yeah, and then there's a contribute button. Only your viewers can contribute. They will not allow me to do it. We are 18%. I can see how far it is. On Twitch, on Android, even in browser, requiring desktop. Ah, so desktop only. Fudge.
I wasn't close enough to see, but for all intents and purposes, it looked as if the fish bit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive.
I've never heard that nursery rhyme before. What are we donating now? Channel points, 2,000 of them. The Hacked is coming in with his 2K. Thank you very much, Mr. You Hacked. And happy Friday to you. Yeah, I think if you click at the top, it should do it. This girl is wearing too many clothes. We'll be back to the clothesless girl. Don't you worry. Phantom Blink, are you old enough to see the clothesless girl? I don't know if we should go to her again. Somebody else. So somebody's missing something here. Maybe I have to go back to Jaya? There we go.
I didn't kill Dr. Dekker. I wanted to be as far away from him as possible. I don't know who did.
So who's the most creepy of the bunch here? Claire? Yeah, I think Claire. Yep. There's just something about her stone cold stare. At some point, she seems actually very normal. That's what freaks me out. Like with Nathan, I know he's greasy. Okay, look at him. He's greasy. He plays World of Warcraft. I've been there, Nathan. Nathan is chill. That's a word for it. We'll formulate an opinion on Mariana. Hold on. Let's just sit here and think for a minute. Just thinking. Just thinking right now. Hey, Phantom Blink, thank you for the 2 grand. The 2 large. Boosted us up to 37K. I think we're past the 20% mark. We got 2 days to complete it. So we'll see if it resets tomorrow as well. You know what? It might have been Jaya who had the revealing pose. Okay. She just has a very playful smile. Nathan says he talked to Jaya a lot. I should ask her about it. Okay, back up to Jaya. Who does not wear socks or shoes in her place of work. Complete what? We have been chosen for the Community Stream Challenge. If we can get 180,000 Thetans, which is a maximum of 2,000, so 90 people would have to donate. To donate 2,000, then we apparently will have boosted our signal so that more people can find our stream. I don't know how that shit works. I'm assuming it means either front page or increased in the recommended. She's not doing the thing. Okay. Yo, random, thank you for the 2 large. As we quickly approach. Hey, my thing disappeared. I can confirm the boost does... What do you mean, does work? Have you seen this in another channel? No. I'm supposed to ask about Nathan. What the heck? I should ask her. Maybe somebody else? Hey, Tanya B, good morning to you. Thank you for the 2 large. Tell me more about the pizza girl.
It took days to get that pizza girl to smile. And you know what did it?
Help the stream? Allegedly.
As much as the pizza cost. So money does make you happy.
Watch, did the boost thing. Immediately people started joining. What the heck? That's wild. How do I do it? Somebody said you can't do it. Somebody on mobile. I don't know if it's just hidden. Mine just disappeared. Let me try reloading my page. It's gone. When I reload my page, it's gone. Stream chat. Challenge. /chat. Clear commercial. No. Tell me what you know about voodoo and pineapple pizza. I don't wanna fall asleep, cause I miss you, baby. And I don't wanna miss a thing. Hey, Link, thank you for the 329. It sure does count. I'll mark you down. And Addy with a 2 large. Thank you very much, Mr. Addy. Good to see you tonight. On the channel points menu. Oh, let me try that. Yeah, there it is. Good looking out. Okay, so if you click channel points, you might be able to see the boost. 20%. Yeah, well, you did get dunked on the other day pretty hard, huh? Maybe if you ask Real Nice Abstin, it'll give you his back. Attributed 480. Oh, well, thank you very much. Rage Mage. Wait a minute. Is Rage Mage related to Mage Maroon? Or is he a separate mage? Is my world about to be turned upside down? You do have an alt. You sneaky devil. Who has the question? Maybe that's it for the day. Yeah, I think so. Oh, is it per stream? So if we don't get it tonight, we'll get it for sure tomorrow.
You've made me do this. And don't try and escape. You're all tied up.
Tied up? Hold on a second. What?
Now tell me the truth. Is this a dream?
Or is this Final Fantasy? Yes, this is a dream.
Answer me.
Yes, this is a dream.
That's a good doctor. Yes, it's all a big dream. So let's get down to business. Do you believe that people can have kinetic powers?
No, people cannot. No, people cannot have kinetic powers.
I think you like it when I hurt you, Doctor. That's a worrying sign. People obviously have kinetic powers. That's how I'm here, testing you. Now, how do we treat people with kinetic powers? Do we
People
encourage
cannot
them,
have
or
kinetic
do we
powers.
discourage
People
them?
is a frog. I should discourage them.
Very good, Doctor. That's the right answer.
Oh, was it? I should have said the other
Remember
one.
it, or there will be consequences.
Hey, what's up,
Now,
Tyro?
since I'm here, let's have a little bit of fun. Shall we? Doctor?
No. No fun. No fun. What the fuck did she just do? No, you should not be in. She's gonna pull his fucking teeth out.
There's
Hey, what's up,
someone
Blair?
else in my hour.
I brought David back to life.
I removed the chains, dressed her.
It was Iris.
We could try shifting now.
Would you like to see David, Doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
I want to
Both
see your
read
powers.
The Cult of the Kinetic Mind. I'm not broke. It's no coincidence that most psychokinetic
Think we found the killer? It
patients
could
are
have just been a
Well, if you
dream,
could see
though.
your way to declaring me
insane, or at least
temporarily insane.
There was no flame. And then there was.
I'll
I mean,
kiss
we
a
saw the
guy,
flame.
Pretended like the hypnosis had worked.
and then he just follows me
Can we maybe not talk about Hannah anymore?
wherever I go.
You may just still pull out in front of the driver.
Act 4 in Dreams.
Morning, Doctor. You're looking a bit unwell.
Well, you pulled my
Getting you
teeth
all
out.
wound up. Well, have a look at this. I found it in Dropbox. Apparently, Dr. Dekker lent Mariana some money. Sounds dodgy, doesn't
She
it?
tried to get
I
me to
also
do
got
the same thing.
toxicology report back from Officer Yates, and shocker, Dr. Dekker had. Sorry, you just have to read it. I should have spoiler alert tattooed on my forehead. Can we not do the grief counselling thing today? I'm all sorts of behind on work, and I'm getting more stressed out watching it all pile up. If you need anything, though, I'm here.
I could use some grief counseling. Or maybe some dental work. Dental work would be cool. Oh, these are some new people. Who's this? Glenn. Hello.
Sorry, I'm Glenn. I didn't expect to be here. I was looking for the men's room.
Well, we're men in this room. Would you like a bottle to pee in?
Like I said, I was in the green room. You know, that new restaurant in town.
Sure
Actually,
you
do
were.
something.
Yeah, he's pretty suspect. Out at a restaurant during the corona? Likely story, pal.
Done. Sorry.
Put
I
your
was in the
fucking
middle of
phone
the
away.
day and needed the restroom, and here I am.
Yeah, I hate when that happens. I'm looking around the restaurant for the bathroom and suddenly I leave, walk downtown, and end up at my psychiatrist's office.
Sorry, you're not familiar with my case. I stepped through the restroom door
Hey, what's up,
into
Lightning?
your office. Sometimes when I go through a door, it opens to another place.
Another place.
Um,
You son of a bitch. This is why I don't even bother typing shit anymore.
no, I shouldn't imagine she did that. I didn't even pass through the waiting room. Besides, it's
Why is
lunchtime,
Twitch a
she won't be
mobile
there.
app total garbage, trash still with like 70% functionality stripped out? Yeah, and yet they continue to rework the site in an attempt to make it more pliable for the mobile app too. I don't know. That's alright, Taco. Maybe one day you'll be able to contribute some channel points for it. Maybe one day.
No, not really. But it's lunchtime, and you don't normally see patients now. Well, Dr. Dekker didn't normally see patients now.
Yeah, see, I'm not Dr. Deckard. I'm what some would call a workaholic.
Dr. Dekker was crazy. I arrived late to the party. Apparently, he was a fine, upstanding citizen before. I don't know what changed him. Of the few sessions I had with him, he'd observed me walking through doors.
Can you do that right now? Can you walk through a door? I think I too can walk through doors.
But I'd walk through a door and I'd disappear. Then I couldn't get back. The session was £150 either way, so I paid that for a couple of times and then decided it was a bad idea. As you can see, it's still happening.
Yeah, I'd want to get that resolved. You never know what door you're going to end up on the other side of. I used to be able to watch on mobile, not so much these days. Best thing I can say is it's still not as shitty as PS3 function. God, do they support Twitch on the PS3? That's gotta be archaic at this point.
The doors. I'm still vanishing from one place to another. My dad died. He was on his deathbed, and I was complaining about work, women, or whatever. It was an idiom. He said, when one door closes, another opens. Then he died. I needed those words to be important. So here I am.
Just thinking. Everybody here seems to be related to death except for Mariana. I wonder if there's something she's not telling us. There's the very common trend is somebody dies and then you're caught up in something around it. Did Bryce? Yeah, well, Bryce works at a graveyard. That's close enough.
He had tuberculosis in his lungs. That's what killed him. Nobody knew.
I had a couple
until
friends
the end.
that's what they use their Wii for as well, Taco. They use it as a Netflix
I never
machine.
got to say I loved him.
I can easily explain that. Okay, with the soul-stealing succubus thing. I mean, but like, everybody else had somebody die in their lives close to them.
Yeah.
She just
Maybe.
seems to be like, whatever,
He'd
I'm waking
split
up
with my
naked
mum
on the
3
beach.
years
People are
earlier.
scoping me out.
It was messy. It was bad. I didn't talk to him really at all. They called me as next of kin, said I should come in if I wanted to say goodbye. I did love him.
What if it's some Sixth Sense shit? I've been thinking about that too.
Broke
What if all the
everything.
patients are fake? Or maybe I'm not real? Or I don't know. I see dead people. All I can see is this fucking Hulk Hogan handlebar mustache up in the painting. That keeps drawing my eyes every time I see it.
No. I hadn't seen him for so long.
That's not
Just
very
let it all out.
Lovecraftian, though. It wouldn't be,
I
no.
screamed, I shouted, I punched the walls. Do you know what he said?
Better yet, maybe this place is haunted, and these people show up and it makes them crazier. Hell yeah, brother. Oh yeah! That's not very Hulk Hogan of me either. What did he say?
Sorry.
Where's your sanity
Over
bar? It's
and
probably
over
hidden.
again. Like he really meant it. He did. He really meant it. And when I stopped, when I was exhausted,
Seems like a failing strategy to me,
Smile
though,
at me.
Divas.
like,
Yeah, our
Like
next
he
gen
cherished
console, it's gonna be for family games.
like he'd
That's
been
it.
waiting to say sorry. Waiting for forgiveness.
Maybe at that point they realized that they were in competition so heavy with Xbox and PlayStation, and that they just wanted to try and set themselves out by specializing in that area or some shit. I could see
I
maybe
think
that being
it-
some kind of strategy, even if it's a bad one.
I didn't get to say I loved him. I didn't get to forgive him.
But that shit like hotcakes? Wasn't
He
it like
just
one of the
said
most
when one door
undersold
closes,
systems?
Another opens. And he died.
Did Nintendo win that generation? I don't think so.
What does he think of me?
How I was kind of thinking Wii U when I said Wii, to be honest, but we can check Wii as well. How popular were Wii sales? Best-selling okay, the Wii was the best-selling console despite the release of its success. Despite the release of its successor, about 26 million units were sold in 2009, the highest. Okay, how about with the Wii U? I was thinking Wii U, I think. Apparently, Wii U is very popular. The Wii U is backwards compatible. It sold a total of 13 million consoles. Whereas in comparison, the Wii has sold about 100 million worldwide. So, wow, the Wii sold a tenth of the Wii. And if I'm not mistaken, the Wii U's gamepad was rather expensive to manufacture as well. Wii U is gross. I kind of liked my Wii U. It just didn't have any games I wanted to play on it. I wanted to play Monster Hunter. I wanted to play Mario. I wanted to play Zelda. That was like it.
All those years, thinking I was the bigger
That was
man.
just an add-on? Yikes.
It turns out he was.
I'm still
There's no
baffled I
going
didn't know
back,
the
is
Wii U was an
there,
entirely new console. That's hilarious.
When
That was
one
an
door
add-on.
closes, it's shut forever.
Sounds like you wish you could shut some doors
There's
forever.
no solace, really, is it? Maybe another time.
I was really excited about the virtual console for the Wii U in general, Busty, and they added so few things early on. Like, I think when you're going back, there was a lot eventually for a reasonable price, but early on, there was not a whole lot. The heck is Scarlet?
Scarlet.
Was that the
I haven't
MMO
been
one,
in since he
Psycho?
died.
There was an MMO one I remember
Since
looking at and
Dr.
kind of
Dekker
wanting,
died.
but never ended up trying.
He was a complicated man, as I suppose most people are. His external persona didn't match what he dreamed about.
Single player MMO? I could have sworn there was a Xenoblade MMO. Unless I just misinterpreted. An action RPG from Monolith Software Wii U. Yeah, that's the one you mentioned. Feels like an old MMO. It's an offline MMO. Huh. Nah, I guess there wasn't. Interesting.
His dreams were amazing, filled with a spectrum of colours and creatures. It was like Narnia for grown-ups. That was in the beginning.
And then?
Fluid, soft,
Sounds like she was getting
intricate things.
her LSD on.
I couldn't draw a picture if you asked, but they drew you to them. They looked a little strange, but you felt compelled to watch them.
Or maybe it's DMT.
I'm a dream walker.
Oh,
I can visit
okay.
people and help them in their dreams. You've not caught up on all his old patients yet, then?
This is the first time we've met, lady, okay?
Chaotic, dark.
Offline MMO is very contradictory.
Like an
Yeah, it
earthquake,
takes
everything you stood
the
on
conventions of an
shifted into
MMO, which
something
tend to
else.
be the weakest points,
I
that
think
need
he
to be
was fighting
supplemented with the
something
social
internally.
aspects, and it rips the social aspects
it's
away,
winning.
kicking and screaming.
I don't know. It's a turn of phrase.
Yeah, but you use the turn of phrase for a reason.
Inner demons? Insanity? I don't know. I can visit dreams, but I can't force the dreamer to interact with me.
What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day was awful.
Oh.
I had a bit of an accident with a creme brulee torch. I had
Oh.
to spend the night waiting in A&E.
Reminds me of the Dot Hack PS2
I
games.
melted a nail to my finger.
Oh, God.
It hurt a lot. I needed stitches.
Well, those games were taking
It's
place
all
in an
fine now,
MMO
though.
universe, too, right? So at least it makes sense for the setting. Seems like it healed pretty fast, though.
It's something I've been able to do since I was little. I was born an identical twin, and my sister and I shared dreams. We just thought it was normal.
Yeah, everybody can go into other people's
when our
dreams.
younger brother started having night terrors, we
That'd be
helped him.
correct, Tyro.
I just need to know the person.
The
A
purpose of the show that
I
the
know
game
they're
is based on, that Vane's talking about, though,
Then
is
I
that
can
someone
sort
gets
of
trapped in an MMO.
Jump into them. It's something, I think, in my mind. Firstly, I need to sleep myself. I'm constantly tired, so I can pretty much sleep on demand. Before I go, I think of jumping into that person. That's how it works for me. I've tried teaching others, but I don't
Okay,
know
now I
if
can't
anyone
stop
else can
looking at
do
her
it.
eyebrows. She plucks the shit out of those. That cannot be even close to natural.
I don't know.
In a
Lots of
coma, actually,
people.
and you play his friend trying to save him? Oh,
Whenever
wow,
I
that's
get
kind
close
of
enough to
interesting,
tell
actually.
somebody about it, the first
Was
thing
that how
I
the
want
show
to do
was,
is
too? Like, he's in a
try
coma,
it
but
out
he's able to
or
play the
have them
game?
visit their dreams.
I've never actually seen it.
That's kind of why
We
I'm
put all
here.
these people in an asylum and get a cheeseburger? Well, if they're actually X-Men, then that would be a bad idea, Taco. The Angel of Death would come for us.
It's difficult to sustain them. I'm not just talking about romantic entanglements. It's hard keeping friends, too. Like I said before, I tell them about my ability and they immediately want to try it out.
Can we try it right now?
The problem is, I don't normally like what I see.
I mean, I'm an absolute angel. Ooh, what did you say? I should ask Glenn if Jawa saw him walk in. Okay, well, we'll talk to Jaya a little later. We're going down the list.
I think people try to show off. Firstly, they're a bit shocked if I turn up in their dream. But when they're comfortable
Sure, the kid
with
just kind of wakes up in the game with no memories and can't
they
log
start
off?
to put
Oh,
on
that's
a show.
Huh. I bet I should give it a
But
go.
most people can't control their dreams, so they tend to.
Remember it was on Cartoon Network. I never watched it, though. I had a friend that was pretty into it. He seemed to like it.
I'm dreaming of a giant Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh, why is it destroying New York?
Oh, why is this the plot to Ghostbusters 2? She's wearing the Why Do Birds Suddenly Appear shirt every time you are near.
When you've experienced
Is that an
someone's
official
dream,
look?
if they've been a bit creepy in it
Lady in
or
red.
terrified me, it's hard to look someone in the eyes after that. It's embarrassing. What should I do, Doctor? Should I not tell people about
It looks
my
like a
ability?
strawberry. Oh,
Keep the
Sandro,
secret
I have a
bottle it up.
whole batch of fresh strawberries in the fridge waiting for me. Some nice caramel dipping sauce for them if need be. Tell people about it. Why not?
I know, right? So if I tell them, what can I do to stop pushing people away?
Be honest?
Double honest.
Yeah, maybe even
Interesting.
triple honest.
I suppose I haven't really tried that. I might just give that a go.
Mm-hmm. This seems like legitimate work here.
It's difficult to do when you experience them like I do. But I know what you're saying is right. A lot of the time I assume people are controlling their dreams like I can. But they're probably directed by their subconscious, and who controls that?
I mean, I guess you could refuse to do
So,
it.
if I could breathe through my ears, you wouldn't want to see it. I do say no. A lot. But I usually cave eventually.
Well, how about that last option? Were you dating Dr. Dekker? I mean, I know this is kind of a volatile time to
He's
ask.
dead now, so I suppose it won't affect him.
That's
if
right,
I
we heard that
admit
Dr. Dekker likes older women.
So yes,
I forget if they mentioned her
I
name or
was.
not. Although, considering
Not
Dr.
near the
Decker's
end.
gravestone and he's
not when
130
his
years old,
dreams started changing. Like I said, my
I'm not sure if she's
ability
necessarily older than
ruins
him or not.
relationships.
A lot of legs in this game. Well, with the casting couches right there,
Who told
Taco.
Jaya.
Why Jaya?
Just thought she'd know. Thought she'd know everything about her precious Dr. Dekker. Sorry, we didn't speak that much. But she was a lot like the other woman. So much control over someone who was supposed to
Did
be
some
her
research. You
superior.
got spoilered. Uh-huh. Well, things should be happening soon. This is 4 out of 5. All right, here we go. Back into Brycetown. I want you to take me to Crazy Town. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I'm worried. My pursuer in the hour, he's definitely military.
Well, that's right. He's being chased by somebody in the
I've
midnight
developed a
hour
new
where she
skill
cries
to
more,
deal
more,
with him.
more. Can you just do that? You get new skills?
It's more of an old skill I'm bringing back to life. A while ago, when I was feeling pretty low, I teleported into this office to get some antidepressants. But last night, my pursuer approached me, drawing something from his jacket. I had nowhere to go. I remembered I could teleport, so I did, back home.
That is just a hell of a thing to remember. Can you teleport right now? It's only during the midnight hour?
I don't know anything about sleeping pills. Why would I want any? I want to stay awake for my extra hour, not sleep through it.
Have you seen Jessica again?
I saw Jessica across the street this morning. She waved, but I just crumbled. Ever since I took those photos, I haven't been able to face her.
Destroy the
Do you
photos.
think I should tell her about the photos, Doctor?
No. Fucking no. Just destroy them. For the love of all that's holy, destroy photos.
I didn't think I should either.
Hey, Ragnar, good morning.
She'd hate me forever.
What was for dinner?
Maybe when she next waves,
I had a very
I'll
nice
at least wave back.
pork loin roast that I saw at the grocery store this morning. It was probably like 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds for $5, expiring tomorrow, so it had to be cooked up today. So I cooked that up. In addition, I made some, I'm always gonna fuck up the name, lentil dal. I think that's what it was, green lentil dal, which is coconut milk mixed with diced tomatoes, coriander, turmeric. Can I get all the ingredients from memory? Probably not. Paprika, curry powder. There's one more, cumin. And I also mixed in addition to lentils, some peas and carrots, coriander Sandro on top of things.
Work is fine.
It was delicious,
If
by the
anything,
way.
I've been falling
Absolutely
behind again.
delicious.
I think it's the stress of not being alone in the midnight hour anymore.
You could always use the midnight hour for more work. Talk about being productive.
I stole a painting. There.
Whoa, what
I
about
said
no
it.
painting? There's no
It was from
stealing.
the local gallery, Providence. I really like it, but I can't afford
That's where the
it.
other chick works, though. Hey, what's up,
So
Brian?
I took it.
What was the name of the painting?
It's just that one thing. Just the painting
Garlic
I've
pepper
stolen
pinto.
recently.
Hey, nothing wrong with some nice
I think
pinto.
my new pursuer is unraveling me.
Chef
Is it
Toki,
okay
I
to
enjoy
steal
cooking a
things,
lot.
Doctor?
I haven't gotten to do it as much
I
lately,
really
though.
like them.
Usually I wake up and dinner's already been made. I hate having food go to waste. No, it's not okay to
I thought
steal.
you'd say that. I will do
Do you
my
want me to
best
mention the
to
boost with
refrain
the
from
stream
it.
channel points in it?
I
I'd say
can't
not for
promise
this
anything.
game, because it's long. It's 2 days left. It says 2 days left. Oh, for the game? Well, I've been mentioning to be... well, I mentioned it earlier. I'll mention it again, because I have a feeling it's going to take a while to fill up. At bare minimum, we'll probably fill up tomorrow. Maybe we could finish it by the end of the night. I don't know when the boost happens, but yeah, probably for 7, I would say. But who knows? This could be a cool game that people would like to see. This is just something that not a lot of people probably stream, and the category is kind of low. But I wanted to play it anyway, so to heck with it.
I remember.
But yeah,
Dr.
for anybody
Dekker
just
would take a
joining, if you click on your
sneaky
channel
dram from a
points
bottle
down
he
below...
keeps in his desk.
He
He probably thought I was too busy rambling to notice.
We currently have a, what do you call it?
Very astute rambler.
A reward and challenge. What the fuck is this? A challenge where if we could have 180,000 channel points donated. There you go. Somebody popped it off. Then we will get some sort of increased exposure. I don't know what this is about. Hey, Skarn, thank you for tossing that 2K, brother. I appreciate that. So what are we at? 48? So we're like a quarter there? Would take about 90 people. Hey, Vane, thank you for the $2,000 as well.
My pursuer. He's measured.
And no
in
Max
his
as well. Hey,
approach,
good morning, Max. Thank you for the
watching,
2K.
Testing. When he finally came for me, I wasn't ready. I think he underestimated me, though. And that allowed me to
The
escape.
titles are long ones.
He
Oh,
didn't
okay.
think I'd be able to just leave. Why do you think he's coming after me, Doctor?
Are channel points actually worth something? I thought they were a fun way to boost
I think
engagement.
I might know.
give? I mean, I could say give too. I guess donate's just the word that came to mind. Well, all right, here's what it is, Busty. Here's why I think it's donation. So, you could expend them as a currency on using things for yourself, even if they are rather minimal, like emotes or like the poop sock. If you're gonna go for the journey, the mountain that is the poop sock. If you donate them, you lose them, but you don't get anything, and I would gain from it. You know what I mean? So I think in that way it is a donation. Complained that she had to type everything. I had no idea what she meant. She's right, Ragnar. I thought that you had to type in dram.
Sorry.
You know, and find everything. It wasn't until the end of stream last night I found out you could click this drop down and you can just see all of your options, which I greatly prefer this. Now, you do not get all of the options this way though. They're staying orange. So if you want to complete all the possible dialogue, you do have to still poke around a bit.
I think he's death, Doctor. I think I saved that old woman from burning to death in bed, and now he's coming after me to even the score.
Oh, I could see that.
Do you think it could
Yeah,
be...
Final Destination. Final Destination style. I'm enjoying it a lot too, Sandro. These are the same guys that made Contradiction. Apparently they made a third game, so I'll probably play that at some point too. Yeah, I think it's death.
Perhaps it is death.
Mm-hmm.
I've done something good.
I didn't know about it
I'm
either,
being
2B.
punished for
Apparently it's been going on since December.
Why would
Big
it
X
wake
did
me
a
in the
host
hour,
earlier and
though?
it just popped up.
Wouldn't it just come for me crossing the road?
Maybe. Yeah, well, Contradiction had that absolutely fucking zany guy as the main actor, so it was hard not to love it, Eddie. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're right. Sorry, I did come to the office once for an unscheduled visit. I forgot about that.
Well, at least he's honest.
I wrote a prescription out for myself and got it made up. Dr. Dekker didn't have to know.
But now it's everywhere. Maybe it'll happen somewhat randomly.
I was as surprised as you are. I just imagined
Or
I was
maybe,
somewhere else.
Busty, you're
and
the
there I
common
was.
thread. You're the good luck
Perhaps
charm.
Dr. Dekker was right. Think of something, and it becomes real, if you believe in it.
Do you
But
believe
I'll only
in
do it
magic?
wisely.
In
Imagine
this
the
nut job's
mistakes you
heart?
would make. Don't want to become one with the igneous layer too soon.
Igneous layer. Oh, that's like igneous like the rock. He's making a death joke, I see.
These sessions cost a lot of money, Doctor. I'm not just going to leave in the middle of one.
Reminds me of Late Shift. A lot like
But
that,
I
too.
can see you don't believe me.
Well, and the
Do
camera's
you really
quality
want
is
me
about
to
the same.
teleport, Doctor?
Yes, I want you to teleport. Let's see you do it.
Blink, and you'll miss it.
All right, I'm not blinking.
Told you.
What the fuck? Are you Chris Angel?
No, don't know.
No, he's not. Why did his face split? Because he was in two places at once?
Did I say that? Did I really? Well, I can't really remember.
I wouldn't say
saying
it's the
anything
first
like
time the power worked, but
that.
we've
I
seen
didn't
oddities.
Take the doctor's temazepam. I took the ones that Dr. Dekker prescribed me. My head's in a strange place at the moment.
Oh, you were just in two places at
It's
once, son.
difficult to
Settle
remember
down. I believe you
everything.
now. All right, first things first. I need you to teleport to Area 51 and tell me where the aliens are, okay? Use the midnight hour, teleport there, look around, look for that Elementium 131 or whatever the fuck it's called. We need some kind of proof.
No, I'm not becoming him. I'm not becoming Dekker. Yes, that's David Castleford. I've no idea when it was taken.
Shocking.
Composition.
So shocking.
No, Doctor. No, you can't.
I can't
I've
stop your
seen
curse?
What you can do. You can listen and ask, but you don't have any real power.
Well, I had the power to have somebody pull my teeth out in a dream last night.
I was one of Dr. Dekker's first patients.
That's a power. It's not a good
I wasn't
one.
referred by anyone. My GP recommended I saw someone privately. I think he was just sick of listening to me complain about how little time I had. during our 10-minute slot.
All right, moving right back to Claire. As you could make plasma. Is that the actual number? 113? I always mix that up. Plasma? I thought it was for anti-gravity propulsion or something like that.
There's
Well, I
no
guess it wouldn't be
lake house
propulsion
today,
then.
sorry. David's not doing very well.
Is that
He's
a
caused
fact?
a
Because you were
problem
supposed to
with the
see me.
girl. I need to do something.
Okay, what do you need to do? Do you need to kill the girl? The 13-year-old girl who's just trying to fish?
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
Nobody talks. What the fuck?
Sorry, but I found some of the referral letters we were talking about. There is a pattern, but it's not the same for everyone.
We're in the middle of a
Said to get them
dialogue
two
right
ASAP.
now.
Here you go.
God damn, what a creepy fucking chick. Can we hear about the girl again? Or maybe we should referral letter 123. Dear Dr. Dekker, I referred a client to you for clinical evaluation. Claire Castleford. She's being charged with murder of her husband, and we require your diagnosis to whether she was sound of mind and had the men's required for the crime. Yours sincerely, MSSRSS Hackett Brown. Interesting. Yeah, jump scare indeed. You like her, you can have her. She's creepy. Dr. Dekker, we believe that our client, who was only given us our first name, Mariana, is mentally unstable and would like your expert opinion on the matter. We are happy to cover all costs and look forward to receiving. Oh, wow. So the money shit was bullshit because her visits are paid for. For the attention of Dr. Dekker, I'm referring yet another client to you today for further psychiatric evaluation. It's my hope that you concur with my suspicions and are able to find him insane under the guidelines set out within McNaughton rules. McNaughton rules. And who? Is there a name for this person? They didn't say who was being recommended, but I guess that's that. All right, back to the good part. They are referred by lawyers? I don't know. Hey, what's up, Big Mac? I was under the impression that Dr. Dekker picked these people out. He sought them out. I'd really like to hear about the girl, though. That jump scare fucked up the dialogue.
The little girl, our neighbor at the lake house, she says David is weird and creepy.
That's it. Oh, okay.
David has been hunting and skinning again. But from the look of the torso, he caught a domestic cat.
The hunter
I'm
finds
being
its
generous.
prey.
It was definitely a cat. I spoke to David about it, but I have no idea if he can comprehend me
She's
or
looking
not.
for a common thread. Okay,
just
so the
grunts
lawyers
at
thing
me.
would be the common
He
thread for
doesn't
these
even
three?
smile anymore. Not at all.
Would that be so suspicious, though? I mean, all of these people have committed crimes, and then their lawyers are trying to get them an insanity plea.
Yes, sorry. I left out an important detail. The girl, Anushka, she was crying because her cat had gone missing, and she thinks that David killed it. Doctor, I'm worried. I'm worried that David's not going to stop at cats. He's killed deer, rabbits, wild birds, and now cats.
What happens if it's people?
I'm worried he might add little girls to his list.
Now, is David the one killing, or is it you? Are you schizophrenic? Is that the one with wait, split personality? That's hallucinations. Okay, split personality. Why can't you stop him?
I can't stop him. I can't control him in any way at all. Ever since I brought him back from the dead, he has done nothing but ignore me. I'm starting to think that
That
I need to put David out of his misery.
Double Jeopardy style.
That
I
I
gotcha.
need to end his suffering. That I need to kill him again. What shall I do, Doctor?
No, you should not
Should I
kill him again.
David?
I'm not going to tell you, as your doctor, to kill your husband. No.
Very well. I will do as you say. I suppose I can let this go on now that someone else knows about it. The responsibility of having David is too much for me on my own. Thank you, Doctor.
You are quite welcome. Welcome, stranger.
I've never used sleeping pills. I'm too
That
afraid of
awkward
what will
camera.
happen
I
to
know,
me in my
right?
sleep.
Yeah, get the one eye and then get the other eye. Wait, whoop, whoop.
If Dr. Dekker was an alcoholic, he hid it well. I never saw him drink. He certainly never offered me a drink. God knows I could have used one. David hasn't been well, otherwise I'd taken you. Shall I bring him to you next time?
Yeah, that would be fine. Yes.
Next time then. Although it will have to be just you here, and late at night. I can't have anyone else see him.
She's gonna murder me. That doesn't sound good.
I never talked to Tobias, but I did talk to Iris. I told her who saved her and that it was a patient here. She broke down on the phone.
Man,
Most
so that was
unbecoming.
real. Bryce really did save Iris.
I wonder
Iris
what
is the
kind of
girl
big
who
basketball
cheated
player.
on, who her husband cheated on her with. Yeah, I had to look it up, Hollow. I don't pay too much attention to terminology, you know me.
Oh yes, here. From a few weeks ago. As you can see, Doctor, he looks perfectly normal.
Wait a minute, let me take a look at that. Yeah, he does actually look pretty normal. Hey, what's up, Rumi?
Dr. Dekker was very quiet in our sessions after seeing David. After a while, he started talking about David like he was a pet, asking me what I fed him, what he'd do in certain conditions.
I mean, it's kind of fascinating. If you really did bring your husband back from the dead, that would be interesting. The fuck is Anushka? Did she mention that or did somebody else? And for him to look like a zombie, I know, right? I mean, he was dead for a week.
I spoke to her again.
That was extra.
She wouldn't tell me her name, which is quite right. I am a stranger after all. So I gave her the name Anushka. She said the man that
okay.
lives in the lake house is weird and creepy.
It's good strats. No, I mean, you could save people. Oh, it sounds like if they're fucked up, like if something happened, well, I mean, his heart was stabbed and he came back, so maybe not. But if the brain didn't heal from being dead, then I don't know how the rest of them's gonna heal.
I think he was fascinated with it all, and David and I had become new test subjects for him. When I said
Perhaps
David
it
never
did heal,
listens
it
to
just
me,
can't
he urged
quite
me
heal
to
back
stop giving
right.
David's treats for pleasing me. Not in that way, but showing him how to close a door, for example. If he did it, give him a treat.
So like a
It
dog.
actually worked, but I had to stop myself.
Oh, who's a
Felt
good
like I was
David?
training a monkey. It just wasn't right.
I have no idea what's going on. Well, you have been missing out, Ragnar.
Dr. Dekker asked me if I'd ever accidentally locked
And while we
David in,
have you here, too, I'm
which
going
I
to give you the
haven't.
door-to-door salesman pitch. Since it's not
Curiosity got the better of
super
me.
apparent, we do have a
so I
stream
locked him
boost
in
going on
place.
right now. The stream first
couldn't get
ever, and I
out.
want to see it completed. If you can donate
He didn't have the
2,000
wherewithal
Thetans, it'll
to
take us a little
operate
bit
the lock.
closer to our goal. You can do so by clicking your Thetan icon and clicking the challenge button at the top.
That's an interesting idea, Doctor.
I don't know how
It's
he
not
thinks he's
really
going to
something
stop
that
people from
needs
using
to
their
be done, though.
powers.
I have no intention of reanimating anybody anymore. It hasn't gone very well in the past. My solicitors did refer me, but I ended up going privately as it was cheaper.
Oh,
I'm paying them
ho,
enough
ho,
already
ho.
without
Dirty
them getting a
hobo. Thank you for the
percentage of
2K,
my
brother.
therapy bill.
And good morning to you. Hope your WoW adventures have been going well. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho!
We've got the soundboard for a reason, so I don't have to do these things. No jeans today.
Hilda died last night. I was there. Well,
And you're very happy
I was
about it
there
as
her
usual.
daughter.
Yeah, okay.
It was nice. She had a good death. She got to say what she wanted
Good
to
to
say.
death. So what did she want to say? Can I not ask?
Hilda was Hilda to the end. I was
Told
the
me the
doting
goal. I'm happy it
daughter.
didn't take me away from
Don't
the
worry,
250 the
everything's
other
gonna
night.
be okay.
You
I
can
love
only
you,
do
Mum.
2K at a time.
Then Hilda, with almost her
But
last
180K is the
breath,
goal.
looks me
Then we get
straight
boosted
in the eye
exposure
and
or
says,
something.
"Don't let them take Amelia."
Amelia. Amelia Earhart, the girl that flew around the world first? Can I remember how to spell?
Amelia's Hilda's doll.
There we go. Hey, JD,
She used
thank
to
you for the
have
2K.
about 9 or 10 of them, all glassy-eyed and creepy looking, with frilly dresses and curls. All over her room they were. In the end, we had to get rid of them. They weren't very hygienic. But we let her keep one, and that was Amelia.
Creepy.
Most people have taken sleeping pills at some time or another, haven't they? It's probably quite easy to get hold of them. Although,
Hey, Twosome,
I have
good
to
to
get
see
a
you,
doctor
man.
to
Thank you
sign
for
a
the
prescription
2K.
if I need any at work. It's probably the same for Jaya.
A lot of people taking sleeping pills out here.
Dr. Dekker drank a bit. I didn't say anything about it, but well,
Taking the
It's not very
opposite, pills to keep me awake.
is it?
What, caffeine pills?
I mean, it's not like he was drunk. Must be very stressful being a therapist. Do you find it stressful, Doctor?
Nah, it's pretty chill unless your apprentice is trying to rip your teeth out.
Maybe you're just tired then. You should get
Yep,
some
during
rest.
college, what did it feel like? I've thought about supplementing caffeine instead of maybe using coffee. But I'll be damned if I don't love the bold taste. Okay, well, we asked about who Amelia is, so we're
Jaya
Gucci
seems
there.
really nice. I don't know why she'd want to work in a place like this.
Try alternate coffee made with kratom. Now, hold on a second. Isn't kratom that stuff that's super addictive and has unknown health consequences that they
just
sell at
mean-
gas stations sometimes?
Get all these weird people coming here. I mean, I've met some of them out in the waiting room.
Mm-hmm. Unlike
they're
you,
just people,
they're not.
but
They're weird. Yeah, you're
Half of
weird too.
them
Is what I was getting at.
seriously giving me the creeps.
There seems to be mixed messages about the addictiveness. I use caffeine pills and ilithithane to balance the manic rush caffeine gives, but the rush is the best part. Helped a lot, but I won't use them again. I assume there were side effects. Probably made you jittery. Maybe.
She's the slightly older one, isn't she? Always well dressed? Yes, her. I'm pretty good at picking up on people's energy, and hers.
Temper the
is
rush. I gotcha.
Actually, I think I sort of know her. Claire Castleford.
That's the
is
one.
it?
Claire, yeah.
Apparently, she attacked her husband or something.
I've read that it's helped people get off seriously addictive drugs, but there isn't much empirical research. I've heard it itself is addictive too, so I guess you could trade one for the other. Yeah, I mean, I've heard of a few different things used for that recently. I think people say ayahuasca is good for that too. You know, if you want to have that crazy psychedelic trip, throw up a bunch and then quit smoking.
I think of Dr. Dekker every time one of my patients dies. It makes me remember how he didn't care.
How
about
is
his mum.
Crazy Waifu Simulator going?
He was a good therapist.
Well, Jaya
He was a
tied me up
lousy
in my
son.
dreams, slapped me, and then pulled my teeth out. Some people seem to be into that pathy. Yeah. Yeah.
I was angry at Dr. Dekker. Hilda's daughter.
That's very
She's
true,
in
Hollow.
Australia, so
Yeah, it probably affects
fair
people
enough.
differently.
Maybe she really
I
couldn't.
mean, I know
go
some
to
people
see
that
her.
won't even drink caffeinated
But Dr.
soda
Dekker's
because the
mum was
caffeine
dying
makes them so
literally
uncomfortable.
On the other side of town, and he just couldn't be bothered. I shifted for her.
Meanwhile, I could pile
In a
back
way, I
3
was
energy
happy
drinks and I would feel no
because it
different.
let Dr. Dekker off the hook, you know? I didn't realise how little
sense
he
of
cared
closeness?
until I told him the news.
Yeah. It's just a dream, man. Nothing weird. I can stop your shifting. I doubt she would want to stop
You've
shifting.
never seen me angry, have you, Doctor? Don't say
You wouldn't
things
like
that
me
when
when
you
I'm
don't mean
angry.
them. It causes upset.
Maybe she'll shift into the Incredible Hulk. Can sleep immediately after one energy drink. Caffeine does kind of actually, because I have ADHD, so it can be tough to sleep. And while caffeine does kind of give that like more awake feel, it also makes it easier to stop the mind from wandering, which kind of helps you quiet down and sleep.
I'm keeping her safe until I can pass her on to Hilda's daughter. Maybe she'll fly over for the funeral.
Not yet anyway, Pathy.
I don't know.
Although we did have this weird liquid we poured upon
You
our
okay,
teeth and they
Doctor?
regrew.
You look a bit pale.
Pale? What do you mean pale?
Yes, I told Dr. Dekker. Most other people wouldn't have believed me, but he did. In fact, he cared far more about the shifting than he did about his mum dying.
Why didn't Dr. Dekker care about
For
his
a
mom, though?
moment, I thought he might cry, just for a split second. But he didn't. He just carried on with our session. I wish I knew what went on there. Jaya probably knows. She spent quite a long time with Sarah when she visited.
I get the feeling Jay is evil. Call me crazy. Maybe we should strategize and plan the whole month of February around ultra-popular retro... forget that, man. Forget that. Look, it ain't about getting partnered, Ragnar. It's about coming out here every night and having a good time.
Yes, once. I wanted to show him what I could do so he could see for himself.
We'll hit that partner
I
milestone
took his hand.
naturally at some
I told him
point.
to think of a loved one, and then there was nothing.
No, 2B,
I
you're
mean,
crazy. We're all crazy.
literally nothing, just an empty void.
You're a partner in
The
my
only thing
heart.
could
I
feel
consider you my
was
partner
his hand
too.
holding mine. I'm pretty sure without that I'm not sure I could have made it back.
How's Terry?
Terry hasn't been into work for a few days.
Partner's a
I
good
know
time, though.
there's
Why is
nothing
that? It's
wrong
just a
with
check
her.
mark. What do you consider me as? A partner. Partners in crime, you know what it is.
Terry and I are never going to be best friends, but
That's right. The
I wouldn't
emotes would
wish
be
her ill.
nice.
I referred myself because of Dr. Dekker's mother. Was I supposed to have a letter?
I mean, here we sit with fancy new emotes, Skarn. You ain't even using them. Not even using them. Look at this shit, Skarn. Right now, you could be like, where is it? Okay, hold on. There, it's in here somewhere. I'll find it. So help me God, I'll find it. There he is. He kind of blended in. Look at that. Tell us, your loyal followers, where to promote you. For real. All right, I can start printing out some posters if you want. You can put them up around town, maybe in the bus station. All right, moving on. Chaya. Oh God, look at that stare. She's ready to murder us. Bus takers love Twitch. I know at least one who does.
I don't take sleeping tablets, never have. I'm not allowed to prescribe either. Dr. Dekker had me try to forge his signature once, but I was woeful.
I do appreciate that they have actually different clothes on for each day, too. And they do different things as they sit around the room. I mean, unfortunately, she's still sitting here. Can you not? Can you fucking not? Put some shoes on.
I don't want to talk about grief today.
Why does she
I'm getting
seem so
enough grief
angry?
From work.
Is you say your feather duster to... I don't even think about that. No, I don't think it's a British thing to use a feather duster to clear your glasses. I think it's a crazy person thing. For crazy people.
I don't know if you know, but Professor Alderby used to be
Yeah, well, she's my assistant,
professor.
O'Malley, so
He
I guess I need a
teaches
weapon at all
history
times.
And psychology, amongst other things. I know it's not technically work, but he asked.
That's
if I
very
would
true,
allow him
Psycho,
to
because
have
they have to
video
shoot all
footage
these
of
scenes,
the
right?
sessions
As
with
opposed to
Dr.
designing
Dekker.
new
Dr. Dekker wanted to be
assets,
removed
textures,
from all
models,
of the
what have you.
videos, so it's jump cut up to jump cut, but I'm sure you've already noticed that.
video footage.
I didn't think you'd mind, since it wasn't your case anyway. Mostly it's the professor talking about how he viewed reality back
Yeah,
then,
I mind.
in so much as he thought it was changeable. There's nothing else to
Just
do
realize
but watch
boost the
while
stream
things
periodically
encoding.
replaces the leaderboard above chat, so adding it to the title isn't as necessary. Cool thing. Yeah, true. It seems like when people donate, it lasts for like 10 minutes or something. Which, of course, hint, hint, nudge, nudge for anybody that hasn't thrown 2,000 channel points at it. You can check out the Thetans tab, that little big brain image by the bottom of chat, and put 2,000 in there to potentially boost us to the point of having increased exposure.
Psychokinetics, remember? Cult of the Kinetic Mind?
I don't remember.
Professor
Nope.
Alderby said it was
Book.
recommended reading
I wasn't
to
supposed to
help
remember that.
psychiatrists in their frontline battle with insanity, he likes to call it.
Why is it that the insane battle with insanity?
Professor Alderby saw the relationship between psychiatrist and patient as a winnable battle. The patient must be
Yeah, that's right. You want to
cured
expand
by
them,
removing
Busty.
their psychokinetic
People pay a lot of money for
ability
that within
present,
Scientology.
either by telling them it doesn't exist or by using another psychokinetic ability to negate it. It's a long time ago. I can't remember all of it. There was a specific example.
But I wanted the poop suck. It's almost brilliant, isn't it? You have to stack up all these terrible, terrible energies in order to finally release them for the ultimate purity of the poop suck. Hey, Ruminoid coming with a 2,000 big ones. Thank you, Rumi. We are officially 1/3 of the way there.
If someone tells you they can fly, you
Mhm.
tell them you control air currents and that from now on they won't be allowed to use them. This would normally stimulate the brain in such a way
That's
that the
clever.
patient stopped thinking they could fly. The main
Hey,
danger
Pathy
is
with
the
a
therapist
2,000.
believing
Thank you very
that
much, Mr.
can
Path.
control air currents.
That's a dirty trick. That's very manipulative.
The danger of pretending you have psychokinetic abilities is that you may start believing you have them and then
But he stabbed his hand, if we're talking about
It's the
Dekker.
paradox of the cure. Dr. Dekker loved paradoxes. His favorite was the grandfather paradox.
What's the grandfather paradox? Where you have 3 grandfathers?
If you can travel back in time and kill your grandfather,
Oh,
then
okay.
you cannot be born. But if you
You
cannot
can't
be
kill him if you're
then
born,
you
yeah.
cannot
Time
kill your
travel's funky like that.
grandfather. It's a time traveler's chicken and egg, if you will.
Okay, you don't have to throw shit at me. Stop. Where does she keep finding these papers?
Some people would say Dr. Dekker had a bit of a drinking problem. It got worse and then it got better when his confidence turned up. I think it was the stress of dealing with the new patients.
I guess that
like
could
the odd
explain it.
couple.
That could explain a lot of things. If Dr. Dekker worked with these people who thought they had powers, and he began to try to trick them to show that he had powers, by fake stabbing his hand in some way, but he eventually started to believe it was a real thing and stabbed himself in the heart? Kill your grandfather after your parent. Why would you kill your grandfather, though, Skarn? What did he do to you?
I've been known to drink, not as much at the moment, not as much as Dr. Dekker did. He kept at least one bottle in his desk drawer at all times. You can't imagine the amount of times I wanted to sneak in and have some.
It doesn't explain the video, though. For anybody that didn't see the video, we could probably watch it real fast.
Nothing, of course. The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of
Hey, O'Malley, thank you for the
strongy
2K.
Mobius strip.
Up to Nintendo
That's why I'm
64,000
here,
Thetans.
isn't it, Dr. Dekker? Him, God, the great old one, the elder god, Cthulhu, however you address him. Listen to me! You're not listening!
Whoa,
It's your
hold on.
only
Is
bloody
Alderby the
job.
one that shot himself?
Well, let's call him God.
Perhaps he just had a
creates this
mustache.
world
It
for
doesn't
his
look like him,
amusement,
though.
Something he can play with and occasionally alter to
Hey,
suit his
Leo, thank you for the 2K, up
God
to
loves
66,000.
But something goes wrong. Man and woman evolve. What was once chaotic becomes, well, more ordered.
It sounds like him, but doesn't
Without
look like
chaos,
him.
He has less power. When there's too much order, he becomes impotent. So he needs to instill chaos again. And do you know how he does this? No. And yes, but you're being too granular. He needs chaos so he can return, and the only thing stopping him is you. Not just you. You and people like you. Psychiatrists, doctors, nurses. Anyone who is caring for people who are losing their sanity. You have no comprehension how important your job is, do you? He doesn't need your version of insanity to spread. He needs chaos. It's not the same. It's just a means.
It's a
to
good egg. I don't know if I believe that or
They're
not
all
yet.
cultists, unfortunately. Once you see the truth, it's hard not
That's
to
what I
spread
thought of
chaos
too,
yourself,
Busty.
to cause further insanity and harm your own. I doubt it. But can I make you question your reality? Definitely. But in doing so, I would be promoting more chaos. On the basis the central component of our universe is chaos, science can only document a perception of the chaos at any one given moment in time, as by definition, chaos is unpredictable from one moment to the next. Which means that at any given moment, we can choose
You believe
to
in
alter
chaos,
our
don't you,
perception
Dr.
of the
Sattler?
world. No matter how much chaos that would cause. In 10 seconds' time, there will be no gravity in this room, and we will float.
Here we go.
3,
10 seconds. That wasn't
2,
10, though.
1.
See, but
You
it gets
think nothing
funky.
happened? Where's your glass, Doctor?
Uh-huh. And then the glass breaks. So does that mean something actually happened? Was it just a fake video? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what goes down as things continue to spiral out of control.
I suppose it's possible that somebody
You think they have
spiked his
powers?
drink. Most
I mean, the
people
teleport
probably
guy
knew he
definitely
had a
showed us that
bottle
he
in
could
his
teleport,
desk.
or he could do
Wouldn't
something.
have been that hard to empty out some capsules into it. Maybe the police should get fingerprints? I'll go and suggest it. Make sure nobody touches the bottle in the meantime.
Pathy getting caught out on Discord? They better not be bullying my sweet boy Pathy.
I have no idea. Maybe he was an undercover
Why does she
secret
have a
agent?
duster? I don't know.
Maybe he was
Because she's
getting
nutty.
more annoying as time progressed. You're not, though. You're lovely. Is this a good time to ask for a raise?
A raise?
Wow. I was kidding, but thank you, Doctor.
I
I'll
did
take
not
that as a
say
yes.
no, I asked.
Don't worry, I'll sort it all out. Dr. Dekker definitely dabbled in that stuff. I'm not sure to what
Who
extent.
stole the cookie from the cookie jar? Was me. Couldn't be. It was Dr. Dekker.
I like
And now he's
Professor
dead.
Alderby. He turned me onto that book I've been raving about.
Okay, so Dekker suggested the kinematic problem or
The
whatever.
Cult of the Kinetic Mind.
Yeah, that one.
I should start selling them myself.
Okay.
Dr. Dekker told me he was adopted. His birth mother only turned up 5 years ago because she wanted money for her experimental cancer treatment. I'm not sure how much it cost or even if he had the money, but he didn't do it, and she became one mean mother.
Oh, yeah, dust off that couch. Get in those nooks and crannies. You're doing a lot there.
There's a lot of stress in here. We're dealing with people's lives.
Bring back the
How
arson
do you
check.
relax, Doctor?
I play video games. Yeah, playing games. I relax by eating, which means I'm stressed, so I eat.
I love video games.
Oh my god, what's
I
your
just
favorite
wish they'd
game?
make ones with stronger female protagonists. Sorry, I'd settle for any female protagonists.
Lara Croft?
I bet you like dance music.
No, not really.
I don't know why. I love food. It will be my downfall. Stress
Femme
eating
Shep?
is the
Hell
worst.
yeah.
Mariana thought I played hockey. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
All music is dance music. That's true if you try hard enough. Alright, well, let's see about Marinara and her hockey. And let's see what she's wearing today. Looking particularly virtuous today, I see. Did you take drugs?
What's temazepam? Why are you asking? I don't take sleeping pills. Never have done. When you suffer blackouts already, you don't really get offered anything like that.
How are you, now that we've talked about blacking out and waking up naked on the beach.
I feel thirsty, Doctor. And hot. Do you have any water?
She's thirsty. No, she didn't go on the date with me for some reason. Although we're gonna do house calls, apparently.
I've been drinking a lot of water.
Wow, we have so much in common. I love water, too.
I didn't go to the beach. I didn't go to the sea. I said I would, but I didn't.
I think she's a mermaid. I really think she's a
Been
fucking
feeling this way
mermaid.
for a while. It's like it's getting worse because I didn't go to the sea. It's like I'm having...
Oh, what if she's a fucking, like, a fish? You know, like, she's a werefish. Or she could be a siren, maybe.
I don't feel well. I feel sick most of the time, dizzy, thirsty.
Selkie, I haven't heard of that one.
Like you wouldn't believe. My doctor,
Werefish,
Dr. Rose,
brilliant.
sent me for blood
Like
tests.
Kanye, dude. What do the blood tests say?
Dr. Rose thinks maybe I have a vitamin deficiency.
Succubus mermaid, that pretty much is
tell
what
she
a
has no
siren
idea.
is, though.
She smiles, but she hasn't got any answers. I think I probably need to go back to the beach.
Or maybe that Hot Topic choker
See,
is just a little tight around your neck.
It's calling me.
Per wiki, in Norse and Sorry, my eyes got distracted. In Norse and Celtic mythology, Selkies or Selkie folk, meaning seal folk, were seals, are mythological beings capable of Theranon therapy, changing from seal to human form by shedding their skin. They are found in folk tales and mythology originating from the northern islands of Scotland. Oh yeah, somebody else mentioned Scotland earlier, unless that was you, Foogs. There was like a fable or something from Scotland.
This sounds crazy, but I can hear the sea. It's like an alarm going off in my head. Do you know where the sea is? From here? It's over there.
Can you
Wherever I am, I know
see it?
exactly where the sea is. It's like a compass.
Yeah, definitely just a natural, relaxing pose to take on the casting couch.
I have this recurring dream. I'm at the beach. I strip and walk into the sea. The sea feels warm and comforting,
Go on.
not cold and harsh like you'd think. I swim down to the bottom of the ocean.
You find the beacon.
I can breathe freely. I can breathe water. On the ocean floor ahead of me, there's a beautiful creature. A glowing being with wispy limbs. It's so warm. I'm transfixed. But my feet shift. I'm unsteady. Below me, the floor is woven in human flesh.
Human
Dead
flesh?
bodies, but some of them still struggling for life.
Hey, welcome,
These are the ones
K-Bob.
touching me,
You know we don't play short games here.
gripping my feet. I scream.
But I have no mouth.
That's when I wake up.
Naked on the beach.
Do you have that dream, Doctor?
Yeah, I have that same fucking dream. Wow, small world. Do I lie to her? I feel like lying to her would be a good way to get myself in the doghouse. Yeah, total samesies.
I think you're mocking me.
Fuck, JD, you
Actually-
screwed us over, man. JD, come on, man. We were pretty much there.
It's a dream, Doctor. Stranger things happen in dreams.
I have wet dreams, too. You're in the ocean. You're wet. No problem. I know I did. You need to trust yourself. I usually do.
Do you forget anything from our sessions, Doctor?
People follow me to the beach. You said they go back to your
I don't
house.
know who they are. And
No,
I
no,
don't
you
know
said
what
your
happens to
house.
them. I don't always get followed though, so it doesn't explain my blackouts.
Is the beach your home?
I said I don't know what happens to them. It's not always to the beach. Sometimes they follow me
okay.
home.
Yeah, she's all over the place. I don't drink. Men buy me drinks. They're water. They're buying me water. Men buy me water to drink.
My home is in Chantry. You know that. You rang my doorbell last night.
I did? What? No, I didn't.
I don't know. I didn't kiss you, but you just followed me.
And you still came
Like
in
the
today.
others.
Weirdo.
I don't feel comfortable here, Doctor. I'd like to leave.
Yeah, that's her not feeling comfortable here.
He lent me some money to start my business. It was a proper agreement. I remember signing things. He thought that a distraction would do me good. I don't think he expected me to trawl the beach for treasure and sell it online. Dr. Dekker thought I had too much time on my hands, so a distraction would do me good. He lent me $15,000, all in all.
Whoa, Dr. Deckard. That is some serious moolah.
I hear a sound like singing. Calling.
Sings a song, sounds like she's
It
singing.
gets stronger when I face
Ooh,
it, when I
baby,
move
ooh,
towards it.
baby, ooh.
That's how I know where the sea is. But when I don't go to the sea,
Yeah, I would
feel
definitely
like the
hate that
sound
vein.
gets louder all the time. I'm having trouble sleeping. Perhaps I need sleeping tablets after all. I've seen Dr. Dekker drink, but not that much. Certainly not during our sessions. He had other things on his mind, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure too. You know I've never rang your doorbell.
If you say so, it must have been your twin then.
My twin?
I don't know if I have a twin.
Oh, do you have a twin?
Doctor?
No, I most definitely do not have a twin. Yes, it must have been my twin.
You're teasing me, Doctor. But it was you. I saw you. No, there's been no dancing. I haven't been feeling that well, Doctor.
Has Nathan spoke to you?
He's the cute, sad-looking one, isn't he? He asked me out, and I said I'd let him know. Do you
What
think
was
I
all
should
this?
go out with him?
No, you should not, no.
Doctor, I didn't take you for the jealous type. Are you feeling a bit jealous?
Yes,
Well, maybe you should ask me out
I
properly
did.
sometime.
And you said we were going to the beach for a
Just
date.
Not today.
Doctor, I know you followed me back to my house last night and are lying about it, but ... I can stop your blackouts.
You said it with
Took
such
you
a
repeating
serious
mistakes,
look on your
88.
face, I almost believed you. It would be good if you
Definition
had
of
some
insanity,
kind of
Pathy.
superpower that helped me. But I don't think so.
I do have a superpower. Well, maybe I don't.
It's a referral letter, Doctor. Don't overthink it. A girl can't be too careful with everything that's been going on.
Achievement unlocked, specialist, which means I've asked a buttload of questions. All right, on to Marinara. Well, actually, let's double check here. Yeah, on to Nathan, rather. How are you today, Nathan? Any time loops?
I'm feeling good. I ran into one of your other patients, Mariana. She's beautiful. I think we might go on a date.
Yeah, you better get that idea out of your head. What happened to the pizza girl? Pizza girl.
Work with me, doctor.
Nathan, don't play dumb with me.
Temazepam is the same sleeping pill Dr. Dekker prescribed me. Why would he mix those with alcohol? People are such idiots.
Yeah, I agree.
Which reminds me, that truck driver died.
Truck driver?
The truck driver that ran into Hannah. He was divorced, apparently. He killed himself.
Oh,
He makes
shit!
sleeping pills with alcohol, too.
That seems
He
like
died in
more
his
than
garage.
coincidence. How did he die in his garage? I mean, I would assume he did the old lock the garage carbon
I read
monoxide.
it in the paper. He'd been drinking. Then he took the sleeping pills. Then he went into his garage and put the hose pipe through his window.
Hmm.
Not until he put his daughter in the seat first.
Ah, what an asshole!
It's one of those newspaper stories you read and you hope it says
Wish
that
they had a
he's
bigger
behind his
soundtrack,
wife
like a
and
different
7-year-old
song per
daughter.
workday. What about some like
But his
some
daughter's in the
exciting
car.
John Williams flutes every now and then?
Do you know I wrote him a letter?
What'd you say in the letter?
Dr. Dekker told me one of the ways to get through my grief would be to write a letter to the truck driver. I tried to forgive him. I know it was my fault. But the thing that made me feel best was blaming him.
So I did it!
I think maybe he killed himself because of me.
Ah, Nathan, come on, man. You're an
Do you
asshole.
think I'm to blame, Doctor?
I forgive you, but I don't. Achievement unlocked. Slightly MDA. Yes, you're to
I
blame.
didn't think you'd say that. I think in the court of law, I wouldn't be found guilty. There was a picture of his daughter in the paper. Molly.
Tell me about Molly.
Ever since I saw a picture in the paper, I've started thinking I could see her. Out of the corner of my eye. Like she's watching me.
Oh, there she is.
Crazy, right?
This guy's the only one that manifests any real power. Oh, I guess that's not true. Teleport guy did too. Okay, I'm wrong. Tell him he's to blame. Shake his confidence to sabotage his date with Marinara. Pathy, you know me too well. All's fair in love and war, they say, right?
Alcohol isn't something I usually notice on people until they're slurring and weaving around. Was Dr. Dekker an alcoholic? Probably. I never saw him drink, though.
Man, how crazy would that be, though, if the shapeshifter had been switching shapes and making everything real confusing? You could do a lot as a shapeshifter.
What are you trying to do most? Cure his patients or find out who killed him?
Can I do both? Well, we're gonna lie to him and tell him we want to cure the patients.
It's been nice chatting with you. Don't get me wrong. But I can't help but feel you're mainly interested in finding out about the old doctor. I suppose you already know Dr. Dekker thought one of his patients was trying to kill him.
Why did Dr. Dekker think a patient was trying to
He
kill
told me
him?
in one of our sessions, which was later rewound, that someone had been leaving him messages on his prescription pad. Not good messages.
Who was it?
He didn't tell me anything specifically. Just death threats. It was one of his many rants. I just sat there quietly, hoping he wasn't going to try and hypnotize me.
God, he sounds like a shitty
I asked him if
psychiatrist.
it was a boy or a girl's handwriting. He said he knew who it was, and that they'd be in trouble. I think he was bluffing. I can't really explain it, but she seems like such a friendly person.
Yeah, she does.
I think the police are barking up the wrong tree.
What have the police got to do with Marinara?
I think I've probably said too much. It's
No,
probably not the same girl
no.
Anyway.
Yeah, it is. Come on. As your medical professor, I demand. He won't say anymore. Hold on. What about over here? Police.
No.
Okay. Well, I tried.
Please do. I wish I could believe you.
Okay.
My solicitors assured me that I wouldn't have to discuss anything about my trial with you, so I'm not going to. Concentrate on my state of mind, and let me worry about other things.
You never see different patients at the same time? Very true. Yeah, it could be anything at this point. All right, let's go back through and make sure nobody has any new options for us before we continue. They are all cleared at the moment, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, it looks good. All right, here we go. And who's going to rip my teeth out today?
You said
Marinara?
you'd help me with my problem, but he's still here.
Marinara? What's going on? Why did you turn black and white all of a sudden? And you're suddenly more clothed than normal, too. Who's still
Dr.
here?
Dekker. He wants me to kill people.
Nah, no shoes, not in this game. Why does he want you to kill?
He wants them to follow me to the sea, to the creature.
What creature? The squid?
It eats them. It's getting stronger. Dr. Dekker says when it's strong enough, it's going to walk again. That's why I black out.
Okay, a rather odd pose to be looking at me from. So is she luring people to the Cthulhu monster so it can feast? And then she blacks out afterwards?
He doesn't want me to know. He doesn't want me to remember. I'm feeding a beast that wants to eat us all. You've got to tell me, Doctor. You have got to tell me the truth.
What's the truth? Day tripper. They're just pelting me with achievements.
You're dreaming, but your dreams are the truth. Don't forget me when you wake. I don't know how I'm in your dream, but
We know there's somebody who's a dream
now we're
walker.
together. Let's play a game.
What kind of game? So I looked it up. Apparently, it's a big fox pass to wear shoes while in therapy in the UK. Really? That's pretty strange. Well, I mean, the dudes wear shoes, and one of the girls does. You want to play a little game?
I say a word, you say a word. Ready?
Yes. What's the word? Hold on. We rewatch that? I guess innocent, I guess.
Murderer.
McRib.
You're disappointing.
Murderer. Claire.
That's a good doctor. Now, just give me those 3 little words and I'll let you go.
Okay. The McRib's back.
Always the pretty ones that are the slowest.
Huh. I love you?
Yes. Yes, you do.
She's definitely some sort of succubus or siren. I think siren fits. I think she's trying to lure people. Maybe she really is trying to lure people back to the beast. That's kind of a wild twist of fate. I did not see this going in that direction. But it's what we got. And what we got is what we got. We cannot have any more. Siren, good game. Very challenging game.
You rang my doorbell.
The truck driver
The little girl.
killed himself.
David is
Look,
weird.
she's watching me.
I need to put David
Molly,
out of his misery.
is it okay to steal things?
Sleeping tablets, fingerprints.
Come out of the water. I've never
I
actually
saw
read the
Jessica.
book.
Should I kill David?
Hilda died last night.
Do you think I should tell her
The
about
book.
Psychokinetics.
The book is a series of short stories.
Seems like a drink.
Bit of a drinking
I don't think
problem.
Cthulhu
Probably
ever
the same
enters
vagina.
our
Those
universe
patients
or
are trying to
our
kill him. He let me some
reality.
money.
leaving him messages?
Creature, human flesh.
It's always behind the veil, but there's
Teleported.
usually
You have
monsters
to
from the
think
deep. Act 5. Insanity. Please.
Oh,
He does. He gets owned by a boat.
Oh, doctor.
Really? What book is this? I need to read this.
you look.
Is this in the Necronomicon?
There's something I need to tell you.
Go on.
I can't find Dr. Dekker's prescription pad anywhere. I'm not sure when it went missing, but I don't remember seeing it for a while. Yours is there, but I'm scared one of the patients may have got their hands on it. Let me know if you find it, anyway, and ask me about Mariana later. I've got news.
News. Well, I hope it's good news. Not the more people getting eaten by a giant sea monster kind of news. Ooh. All right, guys, bear with me for just a minute here. I'm going to take a quick AFK. Mariana getting picked first here. She's looking a little crazy. I like to start at the top of the pile, though. We go top to bottom in this household. Missing because it was full of incriminating threats? Maybe that could be. I'll be back in just a minute, guys. I think this is the final thread for the final day, which will act as a thread to tie the rest of the game together, hopefully, and we're going to see what goes down. We'll be back in a minute. Dawn of the final day. Heck yeah. Unless there's actually more than 5, but I thought this game was only supposed to be 2 or 3 hours, and it's turned out to be closer to 10, which I am not complaining about because I've been enjoying this a lot. Hello!
I'm not feeling very well. I tried to sleep through the midnight hour.
5X, just like all other good
I slept for
games
8
have.
hours. When I woke up, it was looking at me. That thing was looking at me. Time was still frozen. But I can't escape it. I'm doomed.
This is 10.5? Does it? Where did I hear 2 to 3 then? Hold on, let me look, Scarn. What? Oh, you're right. Completion is 40 hours? Oh my god. Yeah, alright, so we're making good time. As usual, Toki failed to read. I might have been thinking about another game, too. That does happen from time to time. So, why do you think you're doomed?
It knows what I did with Dr. Dekker. It's been taunting me.
What do you mean, did with Dr. Dekker? Was that a fact, Taco? Yeah, you have to romance him? If I was the doctor guy, I'd be like, nah, you're good. Just take this shotgun. And the only thing would be, what? What? I don't know if you can shotgun a Cthulhu monster.
It wanted me to follow it, so I did.
Choke him
It
to
brought me
death.
here,
Y'all
Doctor.
terrible. Hey, what's up,
Yeah.
Wisha?
It thinks I killed Dr. Dekker. I'm sure of it.
Maybe I found that one by accident. That's possible. No, 2B recommended that one. That's where I heard that name. Oh, by the way, since I'm pushing this before we get too deep in, since I just got back, we are currently on a community challenge. If you guys have 2,000 Thetans that you have not spent on it yet, and would like to join in, which I, of course, would greatly appreciate, go ahead and click on down on the Thetan button, hit the boost to this stream, and toss in your Thetans to the lot. I think we got 2 days to do it, and once it's done, allegedly, we will find increased exposure. Sounds very exciting. I want to see what happens.
I took his body.
His
It was me.
body.
I took it from the coffin.
Does this
because
look
I
like
didn't want
marbles,
him put in the
Taco?
ground. I don't know what
Oh,
I was
that's
going
why
to
his
do with
coffin
it.
was
I just-
empty. Okay.
I just didn't think burial would be enough. Maybe I would cremate him. But the body disappeared.
Or maybe he was reanimated.
If only he'd been cremated like you will be.
What do you mean, like I will
I
be?
have a private tool shed at the graveyard. I moved his body in there before the burial.
Exactly, Scarn.
He'd gone. It was locked and he'd gone. How did that happen, Doctor? How did Dekker do that?
If you can fix a broken plane made of duct tape and sail a boat made of duct tape, I don't know what any of those have to do with shooting mythological beings. I mean, Cthulhu is the universe, right? They're like the old ones. They exist beyond the physical realm, so I'd be shocked if physical things could hurt them. Hey, Satori, just in time. Things are heating up. I don't know if that'll work or not, Big X. I feel like they would have put a cap. I wonder what the define as per stream is, since you're capped off at 2K max per. Yeah, it's what Big X is getting at, too. I'd imagine it's probably per stream per day or something like that. So even if I shut it down and started it back up, we probably wouldn't see it until post-midnight for Western time, because I think that's when they break off the statistics. And I would assume also those values are probably tailored to your viewership, too.
Perhaps. It had crossed my mind that Dr. Dekker perhaps resurrected himself. Maybe he wasn't
Pretty
dead.
in line with my thought process, too,
Just
Satori. And I don't know if what we're going after is really Cthulhu here. There's some sort of a light at the bottom of the ocean, allegedly, that the one girl who keeps having blackouts is luring people to, and it's consuming them. That's what we just learned last chapter, or think we heard.
If someone else moved Dekker, they'd had to have picked the lock, moved the body, and then locked up again. Why go to the trouble of locking up again?
Maybe Dekker
It's
teleported?
not out of the question to think that Dr. Dekker teleported himself out of the tool
I mean,
shed.
we saw this
If
guy
I can do
teleport,
it,
or at
he
least we
probably
think we
can.
saw him do it.
That's the kind of thing I've been thinking. But the thing that's been following me,
Marinara knows what's
It can
at the
teleport
bottom
too.
of the trench. I love you,
I think
Xandru.
the
Thank
thing
you.
might be Dekker.
It's good to know there's
Is
others
the
out
thing
there.
Dekker?
I don't think the thing is Dekker. No, I think Dekker was going nuts.
And so it is. You worried me then, Doctor. I thought you were starting to believe in the unbelievable too.
Heads or tails. So how's Jessica?
I waved back at Jessica yesterday, and she smiled.
Still cannot believe
It
the
was
I don't
bigger
think you
than
can die
normal.
in this.
I think we may have made a connection, Doctor. The photos I have of her. I think I'm going
Yes.
to destroy them.
Yes.
They're my problem, not hers.
Yes. This feels good. Yes, destroy them. Destroy photos. Yes.
I don't know what you're talking.
Destroy
I have nothing.
photos.
I don't know anything.
Ah, fucker. Well, hopefully he'll do it.
I teleported back into the art gallery after our session in the Midnight Hour.
And you returned your painting?
I replaced the painting, so I haven't stolen anything for a long time now.
He's definitely crazy.
Perhaps
But he's
a
trying to do
cheeky
right.
borrow best describes it.
Cheeky borrow. I don't think you can die this. Tell that to Mr. Quantum Roulette for real. You think he's playing dumb? No, I want to believe. I want to believe he's going in the right way. Have you tried saying wrong things to them? Yes. I have fucked up a couple dialogues. Generally, they just back off. They're like, oh, I don't think I want to be here. And the conversational branch dies out if you don't pick what they want.
I've tried to avoid my extra hour. I tried to sleep through it. I did try one thing.
Which chick was the painter? We haven't heard
I
that for a
spied on
while,
you, Doctor.
actually.
You have a strangeness, don't you?
I don't think so.
You live in the same house as Dr. Dekker.
What?
I spied on him several times, so I know the house very well.
Am I actually Dr.
You kept it
No.
almost entirely the same.
No. Hey, what's
Why
up,
did you
East
live in the
B-Carb?
same house as Dr. Dekker? Is it a perk? Or you, Dr. Dekker?
I thought we were making progress. And now this.
I didn't steal Dekker's pad. I didn't have to. If I wanted to use it, I could just teleport in here and steal a sheet. Why take the whole pad? Why be that obvious?
I thought you died last night, but it was the other dude. That's correct. The gunshot was not me.
Well, kudos to whoever had the guts to do that. Wasn't me. What did they say? You've piqued my interest now.
I don't think I saw them. Yes, I'm Dr. Dekker.
I thought you were. You've come back to teach us all a lesson, haven't you?
Now watch me
To
stab my
punish us
hand.
for trying to kill you. No, it can't be you. Prove to me you're Dr. Dekker.
Oh boy, here we go. Spike.
I don't know.
Stab hand with spike.
You're missing the point.
You're undoing progress. Look, it was never made. It was an
I tried
illusion.
to sleep through my extra hour. I didn't want to face it. That thing has been taunting me. I wish I was still religious. The thing that's following me, it doesn't have a face. I saw it close up when it was standing over me. It has no face, no eyes, no mouth, no nothing. Inside its hood is just space.
Oh,
Just a
cool.
black hole.
Sounds like a Cthulhu monster to me. Maybe we move on to Claire. We see what old Claire's been up to. She wasn't the painter. Was Ellen the painter? Who was the painter? I don't remember who was painting, unless that was a dream. It couldn't have been. They did the Dorian painting.
I'm fine.
Well, that's a rare treat.
I killed David.
Oh, I told you not
Again.
to. I told you not to. You were
You
supposed
went
to
too
bring him here
far.
today.
David is a monster.
Or are perhaps you the monster?
Anushka, she's hanging up.
Hanging up how?
David hunted her. And hung her
Anushka,
up
I think, was
like
the
an
little
animal.
girl, maybe? Did David hunted her?
Doctor, I think I'm going to be sick.
Come on, it's no worse than what you
I
did.
can't talk about this. Let's talk about something else. Please.
How convenient. You can't prove your
Like
powers.
my diagnosis.
Now I've seen people prove their powers, though. Oh god, she's walking at me with a blade. Well, that's why you would not make a very good psychiatrist, O'Malley.
You promised you'd diagnose me as temporarily insane. You can't go back on that now.
Oh, sure I can.
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing. He trusted me. I cut off his head.
Shocking! Oh no, she was gonna say more. Hold on. We're gonna have to listen to that again. Sorry, y'all.
With an axe. I got him to put his head on the wood block. He didn't really know what he was doing.
Just now what's disturbing you, Busty?
He trusted me. I cut off his head. When I picked it up, he was smiling.
Oh, he was into it.
Probably a muscle spasm.
So, you know anything about the
I
pad?
never saw Dr. Dekker's prescription pad. I imagine he kept it hidden away. To stop people stealing it?
I was thinking maybe we could actually be Dr. Dekker, because if there's a pad missing, maybe there was only ever one.
I've
don't
already
know.
told you, I never saw his prescription pad, so of course I didn't write him death threats.
Well, you'd think Maya would
It
know
sounds
about
like
that.
someone is trying to frame me. Who's trying to frame me, Doctor? Oh, the continuing saga of Dr. Dekker.
Why would no one recognize
After he'd
you?
seen David
I mean,
and done his
because I'm
due
a
diligence,
magician.
he came up with an offer I couldn't refuse.
I'm a magician.
Remember? The one I told you about when we first met. Dr. Dekker wanted me to reanimate him. He said he would kill David unless I agreed.
Okay. Did you do it?
He called me on Valentine's night. He promised to use a disposable phone so there would be no trace. I was supposed to come here, where I would find him dead, and then reanimate him. I agreed immediately. It seems that Dr. Dekker went through with his half of the agreement. But I forgot to turn up.
Forgot. I don't think you forgot at all.
Doctor, did I tell you about that time that I used the power of my mind to bring my husband back to life? I can't imagine what I'd do to the psychiatrist that double-crossed me. But I'm sure it would be fun. For me, at least.
Well, why would Dekker want you to kill David? Or want to kill David,
Yes.
rather?
Dr. Dekker threatened to kill David. That terrified me at the time. I still had hope that David would recover.
You think that, Marinara is framing you,
I don't
maybe?
really know the girl, but I did buy out her loan from Dr. Dekker. I mainly did it to shut him
Not
up
entirely an
about it.
incorrect title
Can
to
you
be.
imagine having
It
him
seems
as
like
a
there's been a lot of
creditor?
McRibs around here.
That poor girl. I hope it didn't accrue anything
It's
more
her.
than
What
interest.
exactly is it? I mean, right now I'm really banking on Marinara luring people to the Cthulhu beast in order to feed its soul so that it might reincarnate and come back to the world. That's what my chips are on. Howdy.
I'm good. I feel better. Last session, that was all negative. I
Hey,
don't want
Tyro,
to be
thank you
like
for throwing that 2K in. Pushing
made
us
you
right
something.
along as we approach the 69,000.
Thank
That's
you
69
for
like
being
the
so
sex
nice.
number. 69,000
They're
thetans.
cookies.
What's in them? What kind of cookies are they?
I'm a happy person.
She's the
And
one
really,
who killed,
what's
what's
the
his
point of
name?
being
Dekker? Maybe.
miserable?
I think he
It
killed
doesn't matter
himself.
what's going
He's
on
be
at
carb
work
giving the
or
follow-up.
anything.
To me, that looks like
He's the only
a
one.
boost train.
Max told me that. I think some footballer might have said it.
Footballer. Is that what they call the sports bar? Yo, blurring the line. Thank you for the 2,000 big ones. Thank you, thank you. I got more where that came from, baby. Good, I want to see that fulfilled. I'm interested to see how that goes down. Are we going to have a party? I don't know. Do you know anything about the prescription
What about the
pad?
prescription pad?
What is your prescription and what does he do?
Someone was sending Dr. Dekker death threats. Had no idea. You never said anything to me about
What's
it.
this about a stream challenge? If you put 2,000 points in on it, Sark, once a day, I think it is. I think it's going to be once a day. Then if it hits 180,000, allegedly we get an increased reach. So I assume that means it'll give us priority for recommendations on other channels. Maybe we'll get the front page exposure. I don't know. It seems like it's kind of random who gets offered it. Apparently they put it back at the start of December, and we saw it right at the start of stream tonight, so it's been pretty cool. Another gimmick. I kind of like it, though. It shows, like, if there's a community with people that are really interested in the content there, they got a lot of regulars, a lot of people coming in, so, like, a higher than average amount of people are donating to it, then it seems like that's there to kind of push you forward. That's my conspiracy theory on it. Hey, Sark, thank you for giving your life to the cause. Did you take the pad?
Yes, I took it. I had to.
Let's get those thetans. Besides, if you know what thetans are, you accumulate thetans as you live, and they're negative. So you want to shed them. You want to spend them on whatever you can. It was actually the plan from the start. Why did you have to steal it?
Dr. Dekker told me he could use it to take away my gift.
Really?
I told you about Max, right?
I don't think so.
Didn't I mention him
Mighty
before?
Max from the 90s cartoon? Hey, Kebab, throwing in the 2,000. Thank you very much, Mr. Bob. 76,000. Almost at that halfway point. Toki and his kooky dying. Come on, Krabs.
Yes, but you don't know the whole story. Max is 77. He was one of my patients. I thought he was dying, so I shifted for him. Became an old sweetheart of his, apparently. Only Max didn't die. He actually got better somehow. And then he came and asked me to do it again.
And then they hooked up? Because that's kinda freaky.
Eleanor, her name was, or is. Like I say, he doesn't even know where she is now. But she obviously still loves him.
Obviously? I don't
shifted,
see how that's
I felt
obvious. Otherwise, wouldn't
all
she be there on his
fluttery
deathbed?
And excited. It's so sweet, isn't it?
No. As a communal poop sock, that's right. Everybody wipes here.
Yes. Max and Eleanor had dinner on Valentine's Day.
Oh, so that was her date.
Felt a
I
bit
see.
weird when he asked me. But he said he just wanted to have one more date with her, and then he wouldn't ask me again. And to
Creepy.
be fair, he was a perfect gentleman. I mean, I didn't want to have that conversation.
The birds and the bees. I don't like the fact that she's wearing shoes. So disrespectful. I know. At least there's some people in this office that have the common courtesy to walk around barefoot. Like, look, that's the couch. You're kicking your feet up on the couch. That might be subtle ad placement, too, for that shoe brand.
I suppose he was just trying to cure me. I mean, I thought he believed that I could shift, but maybe he didn't. Maybe
They
he
do
was
look
just
clean. They're
humouring
brand
me the
spanking
whole
new.
time.
What shoe brand? I don't know. They look kind of like the Converse shoes, but they had a different name on the bottom. Shelby's or something?
I could never hurt anyone. You have to believe me, Doctor.
Looking pretty suspect. She's got motive.
You're very welcome.
Accuse her of murder. Thank her for present.
The usual stuff. Flour, sugar, butter, chocolate chips.
The souls of your
and my
enemies.
special ingredient. A little herbalist magic to give you
Oh,
some
no. I
You
made
look like you need
marijuana cookies. You put marijuana in my cookies. Are the cookies laced?
You can put herbal remedies in food. The effect's more subtle, but it does work.
I don't think it's ginseng. I'm pretty sure it's pod. We got another chance to look at the shoe and I whiffed it.
Thing is, because Max didn't die, he saw me change back after I let go of his hand. wasn't anything I
PCP,
could
baby,
do about
angel
it.
dust.
I don't know why Max didn't die. It usually works.
I guess Max could confirm her power, though, if she actually went on a date with him.
I just mean when I shift. They see their loved one and say what they have to say, and then there's nothing stopping them from moving on.
Yeah, but in
Why?
Max's case,
What did you think I meant?
that it kills them. I think that it meant, perhaps, yeah. I think you kill them.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know.
Could be roofies, nice knowing you. I'll eat them in the comfort of my home. What's the news about marinara?
I've been reviewing your files. I know, I'm sorry, a bit naughty, but
It's not the
have you
first
considered
naughty
that
thing she's
Mariana
done.
may have murdered Dr. Dekker because of the money she owed him?
Yes,
She
I
had
did.
most to gain. She got all the money if he died, and it makes most sense, doesn't it?
Well, actually, it kind of makes sense that the crazy chick that's been feeling up my couch every day, come out of nowhere and screaming in my face, and the chick with the fucking feather duster on the glasses, that she might also be crazy. I don't even know if she really was an assistant. There's no
I'm
proof of
worried
that.
about you, Doctor. You seem quiet, and
Mm-hmm.
well,
Jaya looking
it's
suspect.
just your fingerprints on the bottle. Maybe you touched it by accident? You didn't
Fingerprints.
know him, did you?
I am him. I am Dr. Dekker.
If there's something you're not telling me, I need to know. I know you both graduated in the same year from the same university, but Cambridge is a big place. If you were friends with him, I'm not sure I can trust you anymore.
This is what you call
I'm
trust.
so worried.
Why were you worried about
You
me?
just seem a little different from the person who turned up all those weeks ago.
This place kind of
You
changes a
don't talk
person.
to me as much as you did. You flitter between patients in a daydream. Tell me what things are bothering you.
Well, you tried to pull out my teeth, you slapped me. I type dream in?
Really?
No, okay.
Who measures sanity or insanity? One man's philosopher is another man's fool. I'm keeping an eye on you. I won't let you go crazy.
Too late, my dear. Too late.
I think I'm okay with the grief now. My mother died suddenly, and I think I was projecting Dr. Dekker's death to be about her. I know they're not related.
I wouldn't say that I flickered through them either. We expended their dialogue. That's not flickering.
My mother died suddenly, like Dr. Dekker. For her, though, it was different. She burst into flames. I was 7. They said she must have been smoking and drinking on the sofa, but she doesn't smoke or drink.
So what? Sip of
Professor
vodka,
Oldby said it was
it
spontaneous
splashes all
nausea.
over her. She goes for a drag of the cigarette, the ashes fall right on top of her vodka-soaked clothes, and then all of a sudden, up in flames! That's insane.
Dr. Dekker's prescription pad is still missing.
That
I'll
wouldn't
let you know
work.
if it
I
turns
wouldn't
up.
suggest trying it.
I didn't know anything about that. If I have any grievances with my employer, I spit in their coffee.
I should
I hope
start
that's
checking
how
my
you like
coffee.
it.
Oh, man. Spit in coffee.
Don't become like Dr. Dekker. I think that somebody killed him because he was using them. There's some footage I can't show you because it would affect you too much. Suffice to say, when Mariana told him she could breathe underwater, he wanted the same power for himself. So instead of trying to cure her of it, he'd try and amplify it to see how it worked, so he could imagine it for himself. I think he did that with all his special patients.
So he stole their powers.
I think he wanted all of
Tuggy
their
likes
powers.
this game? I don't know, Moog.
If you
Do
believe
I?
in
You
that
tell
sort of
me.
thing.
Maybe we'll play psychiatrists ourselves here.
Any patient who presented with psychokinetic issues, they were his special patients.
My theory
Towards the
holds
end,
up,
he
it do.
began ignoring all the other cases. Most of the patients saw it as a curse, what they were experiencing, what they were
But he saw it as a blessing, and he wanted to take it for
Dr.
himself.
Dekker saw it as an ability, a power to be harnessed and used for, well, God knows what he was going to use it all for. So we made them give in to it, and it consumed them, consumed all of them. Whether you believe any of that or not
I
is
have
your
no
choice,
idea what I
but
just
they
walked in.
did,
Well, I'll tell you, we just
which
walked
made
in on
him
Moog.
angry.
We've currently
And
got
that's why I
a
think he
community
was murdered
challenge
by a
in effect
patient.
we were selected for. So if you can go ahead and click on your Thetans and cast 2,000 into the pyre for me, I want to see the end of that dream. Throw it in, my man. This game is like foot fetish incarnate.
It's not your job to find out who the murderer is.
The very particular
It's the
necklace.
police.
Everybody has some
You
form
can
of
only
jewelry, which
point
is
them
interesting.
in the right direction. Murder
That's
is
why
a
Marinara
means
was so
to an end.
suspect,
There's a lot
too.
more going on here
She's
you
got the
should be
fucking-
thinking about.
The Kraken necklace. Looking like some sort of sea monster.
A fictional space god that's resting at the bottom of the Atlantic. It's not likely.
Exactly
is it?
2K.
Or maybe
That's
you
right,
think
Moog.
it
That's the
is.
Daily Max.
Have you spoke to Mariana today?
No, you told me to talk to you first.
Your patients will always be a bother, but you're caring for people. We do still care, don't we, Doctor? In a few weeks' time, there'll be a whole new bunch of faces with a whole new bunch of quirks.
Exactly. I don't know. I
Let's not
can't
have a whole
donate to
new
myself.
doctor,
Everybody seems
shall
to be
we?
able to do it, though. Hey, click the button. Quick, Toki. Bite her throat out. Oh, my God. I wouldn't want her to spit in my coffee. All right, here we go. If Moog hasn't seen this part, he's about to find why everybody likes this game.
Why would someone steal Dr. Dekker's prescription pad? I didn't even know he had one.
Hey, Psycho, thank you for throwing the 2,000 into the pyre, boosting us to 78,000. 12K from the halfway point. Woot-a woota. Yeah, she's looking particularly disturbed today. Did you write the death
I
threats?
prefer actions over words, Doctor. You know that.
Ah! How's it going, man? She's not very talkative today either. And she is well dressed. You're just not randomly guessing? Yeah, if I randomly guessed, this would have been a very long game. The thing is, a lot of the dialogues that I was guessing, I would put in the right question, but I wouldn't word it just right, and it'd be like, sorry, don't know what you're saying, or I'd hit the wrong sequence of keywords, it would take me to a different set. So I found this substantially more enjoyable to go through the dialogue. I still get to make choices.
Wow. That's a low blow, Doctor.
And you can't
Yeah,
cheese
for
your
all
way
our
through
sessions.
everything.
I'm not a thief. Even the loan, that was just unfortunate.
You said text game from the 80s and more intelligence text parsers. Can't say I've played any, but I wouldn't doubt it. I think if they had a better interface for this, it would be nice too. Like, it's so hard to tell what's got the dots, what they actually want you to do from the video. You gotta watch the video every time and just randomly guess, and some of them have been freaking silly.
Dr. Dekker asked for his loan back after diagnosing me as sane. In his opinion, my blackouts and everything else were fictional. He had no proof, of course, either way, or I'd be cured, but he asked for his money back, and I didn't have it.
So you killed him. She definitely does have motive, and maybe the Cthulhu stuff was all nonsense.
Why would I do that? Dr. Dekker transferred our loan agreement to Claire at Castleford. She bought him out. I
Bought
owe
him
her
out?
the
You
money
can
now.
do that? Can you do that? Well, that explains why Claire wouldn't want him resurrected. Let's go back to Claire real fast. That's pretty suspicious. Loan. Nah, see, loan won't work. I don't even know what to type.
I don't know why she did it, but Dr. Dekker got repaid, and now my agreement is with Claire. You should ask her.
I guess I will have to, but maybe I just do that bit. Loan agreement. This is Claire. Like, I want to play the game that way. I mean, I could do hint. The thing is, the hint's not going to help there. I think I probably just have to expend Marinera's. Is she threatening me? See, like, it's so different. I'd have to go through all the hints and find all the
Threats are usually
dialogue.
made without the intention of following them through. This is quite the opposite.
See, yeah, and now I gotta wait 30 seconds for the next hint. Fuck that.
I'm fine,
How are you today?
Doctor. I went to the beach, swam under the sea, and returned to tell the tale.
Once again,
No
they made it.
blackouts. Nothing.
The heck was that about?
I don't dream, Doctor. I haven't dreamed for years now.
You're lying about not
Yeah.
dreaming.
I did say that was a dream, didn't I? Is it easier to swallow, knowing it's the truth?
The whole Cthulhu and luring people down there to be consumed
The
thing?
truth is, I'm not like you, Doctor. Or anyone else. I can swim to the bottom of the ocean for hours. And people follow me. Even if it's the last thing they do.
Creepy. Yeah, definitely going for the werefish perspective.
People follow me into the sea. I don't force them, they just follow to see the creature.
What is the creature?
I'm not sure what you'd call it. A wisp? A star? It's so bright and warm and loving. I don't know why it leaves me. It only wants the others.
You're being used. You're a tool to Cthulhu.
It
But at least you
feeds
get to
on
live.
them.
How does it feed? Okay, this is getting detailed.
When I look down, I black out. But if I can just keep looking forward,
Hey, what's up, me a
no
troll?
blackouts. I can just swim back to the top when it's finished.
Cthulhu rewards those most loyal to him. So what happens?
You really want to know? If I look down,
You've played this before?
it's
No,
writing.
never.
Just
I've played a game from the
limbs of
company
people
before
from
called
the
Contradiction.
clubs, the bars. Not just from this week, but last week, last month, last year.
How long have you been feeding
They all
people to
look
the ocean?
Terrified, but somehow still alive.
What? That's the flesh floor?
Creature. It's all inside them, poking holes through them that they shouldn't have. It just eats them. Slowly.
The creature eats them. Okay, yeah.
The missing people. That's where they go.
You get the wrong guy, O'Malley. You must be cheating on me.
I don't know I'm doing it. I swear I don't, Doctor. The creature. I hear it. It's hungry. Nobody can know. It's our secret.
So she seemed the most sane at the beginning, but now she puts everybody to shame. Yeah. Mariana says Claire took over Dekker's loan agreement. Yes. So you would think we'd be able to go bring that up to the other character.
I can't explain what happened with John. He followed me back from the bar
Freaky
that
fish
night
guy,
and
you mean
swam
Mako
with me
Tsunami?
under the ocean. I blacked out. He'd gone.
Contradiction has a lot of the same, like it's not a similar game in terms of, I mean, kind of, sort of, depending on how many of these style games you play, you'd probably think they look kind of similar. But the colors of the background, and they probably use the same exact camera and lighting and stuff like that. It's very similar.
You must have read about John in the news. He was a local student who went missing. He was a looker. And he had a way with words, but he was also a cheat.
A cheat?
The creature liked eating him a lot.
The creature eats evil people? And how did you know
But
it
I
liked
can't
it?
explain what happened next.
Next question. Can you explain what happened? Yeah, what happened next, motherfucker?
I left him to be eaten. And the next morning, he turns up in my bed
Ooh.
at my house.
Maybe the people following
It's
her are
not
those that have
wet.
been eaten.
At all. No signs he's been in the sea, but he has holes in him. Lots of holes. His inside is on the outside.
Ooh, that's a cool special power.
Just a ball of tangled worms.
Be curious how she knows it's him.
And now they're blaming me, but you knew that, Doctor, didn't you? That's why I'm here.
Why are you really here?
They think I killed John. John and some others. They need to know whether I'm insane or not.
Yeah, you seem pretty crazy, but I mean, if there's a Cthulhu boost really there, I don't know who could even determine what is crazy at this point.
No! The creature killed John. My lawyer. He says I'm insane, but that he needs you to rubber stamp it. Do you think I'm insane, Doctor?
God, yes. 1,000 times yes. No, you're not insane.
I told you how grateful I'd be. But you need to fix my problem first.
I guess, though, if she's not insane...
If they try me as sane, I'll be
Yeah.
in prison for a long time.
Yep.
And then, how would you get your reward, Doctor?
I mean, the cells have a lot of space between the bars. Alright, this is gonna throw her off. Put this chick in jail? No, she is straight up insane. She is insane.
It's our secret. What will you tell people, that I'm feeding people to a creature at the bottom of the ocean? What proof do you have? You can't tell on me.
What reward?
You know what
Well, I
you
don't
do
know,
to me
Wise. What do you think the reward is?
when you visit. I let you do it because sometimes I'm ashamed of what I've done. You make me feel like I deserve it.
That's pretty dark. What do I do when I visit
You get
you?
inside me, Doctor. And it hurts. And you don't care.
No, I have never had sexual relations with this woman. That is not true. It's all on camera. Every bit of this game that I've played has been on camera.
You're a naughty one, Doctor. You know you visited my home. Why do you keep denying it?
Look, lady, I did not visit your home.
Don't you remember? That's a shame. You had fun.
So, what did we do?
If you can't remember, I'm certainly not going to enlighten you.
Maybe we could have like a reenactment, maybe? For
She's
science?
the woman that took over the loan I had with Dr. Dekker.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Claire should have an option. Loan agreement. Yeah, so I could see Mariana trying to frame her at least. Maybe it won't let me try that. Oh, fuck. Sounds like Jollimer says Claire took over Dekker's loan. Dekker's loan. But it doesn't even have a dot next to it either, so there's nothing more I can do with it. Tubi, you were supposed to keep that a secret. How are you today? All right, right back to it.
Dekker. So you're gonna have a good day. Can we talk a bit about hypnotism, though?
Sure. You're feeling sleepy.
I've heard you can plant key words in people when they're hypnotized. How would I know if I had any? I think that the hypnotism didn't take, but maybe Dr. Dekker did hypnotize me, and it did work, and he told me to think that it didn't. I think I found one of the key words.
Okay. What's the key word?
I can't say what it is. I don't want to trigger it. I was on the phone to my dad last night, and he said something, and boom, I fell asleep. Normally I wish that kind of thing would happen, but it just happened. I phoned him back. I thought it was seconds, but it was an hour later. I asked him what he'd said. He'd watched some NASA program. He was reading off planets. It was one of them.
Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Earth, Pluto. Oh, no, it wouldn't be Pluto.
Pluto's not a planet, is it? Why are you even trying?
Oh, let me try Uranus real fast. Let's go with that. Hey, what's up, console? What's he doing? Where'd he go? Can I look? Okay.
I don't want it to be triggered.
I guess we found it.
So he did plant me with something.
Or you're
I
a
have
big
absolutely
phony.
No idea. Did you find out what the key word is? What is it? No. Don't say it. Write it down for me.
I could just say the first
Thank
letter.
you.
I could tell you what
there's
number
something
the
I'm not
planet
been
is in the
telling you.
solar system. What haven't you been telling me?
It's about time travel.
Oh, good. Okay. Oh, hey, look. He turned into a small girl. He's a shapeshifter as well. Actually, that's the trucker that killed his girlfriend's daughter, who the trucker then committed suicide and maybe killed his daughter too.
This might feel like the darkest timeline, but it's not my darkest timeline.
Okay.
I didn't
That
kill
was the one
Dr.
where
Dekker.
Ganon won.
I'd look at one of your other patients. Or maybe even your assistant. His prescription pad's missing. The one with all the death threats on it. Do you think the murderer took it to cover their tracks?
I mean, just because they made threats, they'd be suspicious. Maybe somebody just didn't want to seem
I
suspicious.
suppose it could be a coincidence, but I'm guessing whoever murdered Dr. Dekker stole his prescription pad.
I'm willing to bet that Dr. Dekker was killed by the mythical sea creature at the bottom of the ocean. I mean, maybe it could be worse, O'Malley. Hell, it could definitely be worse. It could definitely be worse.
I read a book about time travel. I thought what was happening to me was a type of time travel. I couldn't control it.
Red
but
herring?
at the end of
Maybe.
each day,
There have been quite a
I
few
would
red
travel
herrings
back
in this one.
time to the beginning and live it over again. I'm like Doctor Who, but I don't have a TARDIS, and I can't choose what time I go to. Except once.
What happened that one time?
The doctor said she was legally still alive. The only thing they could do was starve her. Hannah didn't die in the accident the first time around. It was worse than death. She wouldn't have wanted that. I was looking at a photo from around the time of the accident. I had a lot of alcohol, which I think was probably necessary. I jumped back to the junction. I started pulling out, but the lorry was already on us. I drove into the lorry to make sure. I didn't wake up in hospital because I woke up the next day, present day. Things had changed.
Fuck. What had changed about Hannah's death?
Her obituary changed in the press clippings I kept. It said she was killed instantly. Nothing else changed. Her family seemed to hate me more, which is ironic because the first time around, they pulled her off life support. So I saved them the indignity. Now they just think it was my careless driving that caused her death.
So how have things been with Marinara?
Things have been interesting.
Interesting,
Thanks to Mariana.
I told you to stay away from her, okay? Marinara is my waifu.
We went on a date.
What?
Sort of. She texted me this bar she was going to, and I just turned up.
Did she drink? Because she says she doesn't drink.
She can dance. I was transfixed most of the night.
That makes sense if she's like...
I'm lying in my bed at home.
At home, room spinning. Okay.
The day moved forward.
Maybe Cthulhu didn't want one of him.
Every night I go and watch Mariana dance. The day moves forward. Do you think Mariana likes me?
I think she's a siren. I think she's got powers that are unnatural.
So what you're trying to say is that Mariana
yeah,
is
Mariana
just
does
using
not
me
like you.
and
She's
has
using
no
you.
interest in me romantically whatsoever.
Mm-hmm. Yep, might as well give up
Thanks.
pursuit.
That helps my self-esteem.
Hey, don't you pin this on me, okay, bozo? I told you to stay away from my waifu. As your medical doctor, I recommend it.
I'm at peace with Hannah now. I can save her. And I'll keep trying, but I must move forward. I did kind of ask you not to talk about this anymore, but I suppose you're not taking notes.
Yeah, well, it was the last dialogue option too, so I had to. Oh, so I can accuse. Okay, we actually have to make an accusation this time around. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, clearly I'm taking notes. Yes, let's type that in. Clearly taking notes.
No. Sorry.
Claire, I'd like to bring up the loan thing, but it doesn't seem to want to let me do that. My vote's Claire too, but she feels too obvious. Like, so, okay. She's got some sort of large knife, yeah, but, again, too obvious. Keep trying for hints on Claire. I've tried this before, Hobo. It doesn't go anywhere. Jayaya? We could try her. It was all of them? Maybe. My vote is technically Claire. I mean, that seemed pretty obvious, but that's also a confession straight up, right? Jaya, I believe, was alone on the night he died. A bunch of them have alibis. I mean, Marinara, Nathan. I guess Marinara had a reason to want to kill him because of the loan, although if it did actually transfer to Claire, and that was just a diversion, then she would be more suspicious. Jaya seems fucking crazy, but maybe she's just like, she's a high energy type like that. Bryce really wouldn't have had any reason as far as I can tell. I mean, he's a nut job, but it seemed like he was there legitimately for his treatment. Nathan, I'm kind of in the same boat with. Ellen was the angel of death. I didn't see anything around her doing it. Can you click Dekker? That would be such a cheesy fucking thing. Comes off too hard to divert suspicion. I'm wondering if there's 6 endings and each of them has one where they did it. Loans don't vanish just before the person you own it to dies. Right? Well, what I was... Yeah. Right, I got what you were going for. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I worded that wrong. Her reasoning was that it was transferred to Claire. So why would she kill him? Because it wouldn't save her the money. I guess that was it. I was kind of going off on some timeline where maybe Claire didn't actually get it transferred to her. Hey, what's up, Potato? It's almost impossible to deduce. I could just, I could take a shot in the dark. I could do that. Yeah, I mean, Jaya is the one that I would reach for, too. She's, like, so manic. I don't even know if we confirm she's a patient. The way she jumped out scared me, too. Claire feels like the right one. Clan channel point prediction. No more... yeah, you guys need your channel points. You can cast them into the boost. Which, by the way, real fast, if you've got 2,000 points, or you can actually do less, too, and you don't mind, go ahead and click on that Thaden picture and click on the community challenge and pass over those 2,000 Thadens in order to hopefully hit 180k in 2 days so that we will be boosted into the heavens above. Or maybe not, I don't know. Yeah, because I want to see more of her. I mean, we might get an ending for it. Hey, thank you for doing that, Potato. I appreciate it, man. 80k even. 10k away from the halfway point. And Console Crab, thank you for the ever-loving support, my friend. But I'm on the pot tonight, I'll think of you. It's a big deal if you guess wrong. Probably not. I would like to guess right. Just trying to think of how things tie together. I disagree, O'Malley, because I would love to see the ending where we find out what actually happened with her, if we get some more truth from it. Yeah, because I'm so into the achievements. Wrong guess equal Death Getter +1. Oh, what are the odds? Hey, what's up, Killa? Killa just in time to throw 2,000 Thadens on the pyre. Click the Thaden thing. Activate community challenge, please, Killa. Peace and thank you. And most of the action that seemed to go on here was around Mariana. She seems central. How? Whoop. If you click on... Jesus Christ. If you click on your Thadens down here, boop, you should be able to see boost the stream 45% of the way there. Boop. And then only your viewers can contribute. That should be the way to do it. 6,000 times? What? I have no idea what it'll actually do. I'm saving for the poop sock. Well, that's very fair. It always is. The difference just a handful of lines. On my phone. Okay, you might not be able to do it on the phone. I think somebody else struggled with that. Actually, did O'Malley get it on the phone earlier? We may be tapping into the ad marketing system. We're all part of the machine, man. In all seriousness, my theorist brain says either the girl who came to us in your dream. That's Jaya. That was very weird. It was very, very weird. Hmm. God, Nathan and Bryce just seem so innocent. Think we can safely cut out the entire right side? I don't think we can. The left side seems too obvious to me. And Ellen, like, oh God. Ellen, I don't see any motive for Ellen to do it. She seemed like she generally, I don't know. Oh, I'm just gonna random guess Bryce.
Dr. Dekker deserved to die. I'm not saying I did such a thing. Not something that I would confess to now whilst being recorded. But I'm happy to reaffirm that his death was necessary. Well, more than death, really. If I only knew where his body had gone. Now I can't be sure. I can't be sure that he's absolutely dead.
What do you mean?
The girl, chained in his basement.
Yeah, I remember that bit.
She would definitely have killed him given half the chance.
But she wasn't a choice there.
I suppose if I teleported into his office one night to write myself a prescription and had run into Dr. Dekker himself, that I might have killed him then and there with the nearest available weapon. And in doing so, would be accoladed as the hero, not the villain that you're making me out to be. But we shall see, Doctor.
Shall we see? Hey, Killer, thank you for the $2,000.
Good luck catching a man who can teleport when he wants to, though.
Nothing personal, kiddo.
Or maybe you don't think that I can.
I mean, we saw him do it, right? Oh, hey, Boxer, thank you for the 2,000, man. Shot in the dark, and you're to blame. And what about you? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Thank you guys for the Congo rats.
She told me that she's killing people. And now I'm stuck in the
I
same
didn't think
bed.
it was him.
Can you imagine? Every day she greets me like we're so in love. I know what she's done. I know what she's going to say to me later in the evening. It's over. I can't be with her.
Oh, there's actually outcomes based on what we told them with our
Part of me
choices,
likes
too?
it repeating. It's normal.
Repeating is normal.
I'm not really sure what you'd call it. Mutually assured delusions? I think Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies.
How the hell did you pull it off?
It was just
blind
gonna be
luck,
easier
that's
to
usually
go
how I
along with
stumble
it.
through things.
To participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone.
So Cthulhu wasn't real? I
didn't
kind of
hurt
wish we
anyone.
picked her now.
Did I?
You hurt
Terry's
me.
been promoted to night sister. She hadn't been in.
Why does she
and
look
I
so
thought she was off
familiar?
sick, but apparently,
I mean, she kind of looks like
she was on
Felicia Day to
course.
me.
So, she's my new boss.
Maybe in the
now.
eyebrows?
I've already started looking for other jobs. It's no secret Terry hates me.
Wait, just to be
But,
clear,
You know,
is
gotta
it
be
whoever I
positive
picks
about
is
it.
the killer?
I could have a completely fresh start. There's a job on the children's ward I'm going to go for.
I suppose in hindsight it was self-defense all along. It hadn't occurred to me that I was just defending myself when I stabbed him.
Christ.
It probably just took the right lawyer
You
to help
just
me
got
see it
lucky.
that
What do
way.
you mean got lucky?
I'm happy I'm free, obviously. Who wouldn't be? There's just one small problem.
Apparently
Doctor.
every single person can be the
husband.
killer. And
He's
have
still
innocent,
alive.
guilty responses, and have different responses depending on how much you learn from them. Huh.
Ah, you must be the new doctor. And punctual, I see. I like that in a doctor. I think you're going to fit in just great around here. Oh, I forgot. I have a book for you. It's my must-read of all time. And by must-read, I mean you must read it.
It's gotta be the kinetic thing. Is this my first day back or something? I don't know. Oop. Let's recap.
Shall we?
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Siren, a shapeshifter, a time traveler.
We were right about the siren.
Undead husband, teleportation, and otherworldly gods trying to take over Earth. It's an unlikely tale at the best of times, but you're also purporting to be all of these people. I think you're beyond help. You understand what you're saying and expect me to believe it? And you say I am one of your patients? Patently untrue, Doctor. If that were the case, then somehow I've managed to turn the tables on you. Which is plausible, I suppose.
Thank you, in red, me, for playing. Multiple. Was that the MPD thing? Now I'm even more confused. It's done. That's right. I don't know what to think. I really liked this. I liked all the side stories. I wish they were true. It's all one person? They're all parts of you. I think at one point when I was spitting off ideas, I might have said something like that. Had a lot of good ideas, well produced, but also feels like developers had no idea how to end it. Kind of like a certain TV show. There's a few that could fit for that. Achievement, lucky guess. Day off, just that? You're interviewing yourself because you were under hypnotism. That's not terrible. It's kind of weird, but it's not terrible. It was a fun game to play all around, I would say. Even the game says lucky guess. Well, maybe the game just can't catch my subtle genius, Skarn. I could tell. His story, it was too close. He wasn't actually insane. He actually was just some teleporting weirdo. All right, but does that mean that we actually killed the doctor? Or at the end of the day, I was actually just insane and I was interviewing myself for my own sanity? Why is everyone barefoot? So we learned Big X that in, in England, was it, I think? I think it was in England. It's rude to wear your shoes in a psychiatrist's office or something like that. Actually true. Yes, you hacked. There were 6 options, and I guessed right. And by guessed right, I mean I solved it. I think. One of you guys might have said something. Let me just look up the ending here real fast. Infectious Dr. Dekker ending. Endings discussed. Heavy spoilers. So I was wondering what endings you all got and what you think. It seems quite hard to steer towards an ending with the game not saving or providing any objectives. I tried to get everyone to green because I'm kind of a completionist. Either way, I didn't care about my sanity. Oh, so there's different in that way. In my ending, Nathan was the killer. Is he always the killer? Because I didn't really suspect him too much. He was number 3.
It's the grand
Hey, Lord
champion.
Monkey, thank you for the follow, man. I didn't really expect him. He was number 3 on my list of suspects, Jaya being number 1, Claire being 2, and in the end, Alderby showed up telling me that I am a patient and made all these patients up. Kind of unsatisfying. As for the other patients, I don't know where they were charged. Claire went to prison for murder. I saved Claire, so I guess that didn't happen. Bryce became an art critic. I guess that's a positive thing. Hey, how we doing, Lord Monkey? I have no idea about Marinara. That part was confusing. Nathan isn't mentioned. Jaya was something about being glad that I'm a doctor. In my playthrough, I didn't go for green. Almost all insanity points came from the optional guess. Marinara is the killer. Claire got away because she had a good lawyer. Bryce is totally insane. I don't know why. I tried to save him. Ellen stays at the nursing home because Terry got sick. Nathan got a dog and is cured. Yeah! What? I want a dog Nathan ending. Jaya is Jaya. In my playthrough, I went about 4 out of 5 green because I didn't do much green in the first 2 chapters. Let's see. In my game, the killer was Ellen. She, Claire, and Marinara are on my list of suspects early on. So anyone can be the killer. How the fuck does that work? Got largely the same ending. Ellen was the murderer. In my case, she killed him because he threatened to take away her shifting powers. Oh, okay. It's bullshit. What's bullshit? I guess I got the bad ending in my playthrough. Ellen was the murderer, though she had a weak motivation, in my opinion, so she was going to use her powers to do a bad thing. It sounds like there's a shitload of endings. Yeah, there must be multiple. Trippy, but interesting. Slimy, but satisfying. Was it any good? It was really good in the end, Rose, and then a little unsatisfying at the very, very end. It's totally random stuff that doesn't make them seem suspicious at all, but you only see them if they're the killer. Oh, okay. So I'm guessing he said something about the prescription at the end? Like, I thought it was kind of sketchy that he came into the office, which was part of what was leaning me towards him. And it sounded like he teleported to the office and got caught and died, which also explains why he would take the prescription pad, I think, too. I haven't played the Blair Witch game. I'd like to. I heard mixed things. Really good until the end. That's probably why it was mixed things. A lot of good ideas. No clue what they do. I'm in agreement there. Yeah, I've mentioned Satori. I played one of the others by this company. Apparently there's a third. We played Contradiction. Contradiction was much better, I think. Contradiction had a very, a more, how to say, like, cohesive plot. I really would have liked to have seen the ending where Marinara was the siren luring people out to the ocean and we resurrect Cthulhu. That sounded like the ending for me. Shape-shifting detective. Yes, and that keeps getting brought up too. I think we'll play that with Shaw. That sounds fun. Wow, what a fucking trip. All right, well, next up, guys. Now that we've got this guy under wraps, Detective Toki has solved another one. We're going to play some Final Fantasy VII. And I am looking forward to it because we have not played a Final Fantasy game for a while, and I do so dearly love my JRPGs. Let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. I can finally put my chat back on my main monitor, too. Whoop. I'm actually psyched. I am, too. This was the first Final Fantasy we played on stream.
Doctor, we've had a bad day, haven't we? If you
Just
think
skip
I'm
through it?
guilty,
Okay.
then one of your patients must have you just where they want you. I'll forget this indiscretion and go and put the kettle on. And perhaps you can have a lie
Even
down
her
or
innocent
something.
feels guilty.
I'd be careful what you say next, Doctor. After all, I know these sessions are being recorded.
Did I miss 7? We're just about to start it. We just
My
finished
job
this
is to
game, but we're going to take a
support
look at one of
doctor,
the guilty
but only if
states.
the doctor is making the patients better. Do you think you're making the patients better, Doctor? I wasn't even here on Valentine's Day, and I wouldn't hurt a fly. If you believe, as I do, that we're here to help patients restore their sanity, to restore order, then you'd be happy that Dr. Dekker was gone, regardless of who did it. Nobody wants the inmates running the asylum, do they? Well, let's say you're right, that I did kill him.
That would explain
My
why she
job
came
is
to us
more
in the dream,
important than
though.
yours. I watch every doctor that comes through those doors,
I
making
am
sure
she
they
who
keep
watches the
their
watchers.
heads. Without me, we'd have chaos. Without you, we'd have another doctor. So, Doctor, let me ask you again. Who
An interesting
do
angle.
you think killed
Still wrong
Dr.
and
Dekker?
crazy.
Was it me?
You.
Or
You.
was it you?
You.
I didn't kill Dr.
Okay, I want to
Dekker.
see Marinara's, too.
I can see
Since
why
we almost picked
you may
her.
have thought that because of the money I owed him. But I wouldn't murder somebody to make a debt disappear. That's not something normal people do. Is it?
That's it.
Besides,
I want to see the plea. That's all.
I
That's
was
all I
going
want to
off
see
him.
more of.
I think if we'd have had more time
She
together,
was too obvious. She was too
you would have
weird.
seen I am a sound
Her story was
investment.
very Lovecraftian, Rose.
What do you think, Doctor? I'm not really sure what you'd call
Hey, welcome,
it.
Glitter. That's incorrect. You're thinking of 8.
Mutually assured delusions?
That's what she told
I
us.
think
Another innocent plea.
Dr. Dekker was projecting his weird fantasies on me, and it was just going to be easier to go along with it, to participate. I feel much better now I know I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't hurt
Internet
anyone.
sucks. That's a bummer. Try kicking it
Did
a few times.
Doctor, I didn't think you had it in you to jump
Oh, here we go.
on little old me. Was I too muddled? I think if you're going to tell the police that I'm guilty, then I'd like to speak to my lawyers. I'd like them to see the security footage from my apartment.
That's a pretty
Footage
edgy
that
last name.
clearly shows you
Her
coming
last name is
over
Death.
uninvited and pounding away on my door like a psycho. And then I'd have to tell them the truth. that you wanted to have Dr. Dekker's job so bad you killed him. That you made me seduce him and drug him so that you could run a paper spike through his heart. And then after, when I wanted out, when I wanted to tell the police, you started stalking me. That's the truth, Doctor. I guess that's
Great
far more
question.
believable.
She has
than
no
thinking
money.
Dr. Dekker was
And she
eaten
has
by a
multiple police
creature from the
reports
deep.
from showing up
Creature
naked
that
on the
he was
beach.
trying to appease. Or, I suppose you could tell them that I'm insane. And I could take the fall for you. Couldn't I, babe?
Babe, where did that come from?
The creature can walk and
All
it's
right,
coming.
there we go.
It
Oh, wait,
doesn't
what?
matter you say.
Another
It
guilty where
doesn't
she's actually
matter
crazy?
What you think it's going to kill all of us.
This
It's
felt like
going
more
to
where we
kill
were going.
everyone. It's going to kill you.
Wow, that
I'm
was
not sure
short
he's
and
dead.
insane.
But I didn't kill him.
All right, let's
Can't believe
switch
you're
back
accusing